There have been 47 showdowns between Adelaide and Port Adelaide over 23 years, and they've produced some unforgettable moments.
Another extraordinary showdown!
This afternoon's showdown may just be the most special. Both clubs will swap codes to raise vital funds for those affected by the bushfires that have devastated the Adelaide Hills and Kangaroo Island.
Today, the Adelaide and Port Adelaide football clubs, along with the Saka and Stanfield, come together for the Bushfire T20 Showdown.
Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to the magnificent Adelaide Oval for the T20 Bushfire Showdown. An incredible initiative for the most worthy of causes, and the response has been incredible, not only from the two footy clubs, Port Adelaide and Adelaide, but also from the crowd. They are piling in on a beautiful Sunday here in Adelaide as I welcome former South Australian cricketing great Greg Blewett. Welcome, Bluey.
Nice to be here, James. Jeez, they can pull a crowd, can't they? This is amazing. There's got to be 30,000 people here already, so you've already spoken about the cause, so we're here for a great cause for the bushfires, but we're going to have a great day. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's touched a lot of us. I lived in the Adelaide Hills for 10 years, as you know, Bluey. You've got great friends up there, but also Kangaroo Island, so these are beautiful people that need our help.
Yeah, exactly right. My auntie was affected with her house at Woodside that ripped through the Adelaide Hills, and great friends on Kangaroo Island, and they've given us regular updates about how people are going over there. So a lot of people around our great state doing it very tough at the moment.
504,000 already. Make sure you get online and donate because every single second helps. Let's get to Mark Soderstrom with the toss.
Rightio, Scott Elderfield is going to be doing the tossing. Scotty, of course, it was your tweet that got this whole thing running. So, mate, off you go. Toss the coin, and Tom Jonas calling.
Wow, it's a big toss. That's heads.
That's a head.
We'll have a bat.
Can have a bat. All right, Tommy. Now, always determined to go and have a bat. How long were you planning this? The technique of what you're going to do first?
Yeah, well, we've been playing every second week for a year now and haven't batted first, so we thought we'd better keep that going, try and set a little bit of total and put them under a bit of pressure. What
are the nerves like? Because it feels like just going into the rooms, the build-up is as big as it feels for a normal football showdown.
Bigger. Very nervous. I was just saying I prefer to be playing one out in the cage on Eddie than out in the middle today, so hopefully we can quell a few of those and put on a good show.
Last time you've had a really good bat in anger, was it for Kensington Juniors?
I don't think ever.
Good on you, mate. Good luck. So you're going to have a bat. All right, Tommy Lynch, there's a lot of pressure on you, mate, because you played for Victoria as a junior.
It's been about 12, 13 years between drinks, but we're going to have a bowl as well. So
you were?
Yeah.
So it's worked out well for you?
Worked out really well. That's what you're supposed to say when you lose a toss.
Absolutely. Now, how come you're captain, given that Tex was the captain of the club and Sloaney as well? What are you doing in charge, Tommy?
Well, because neither of them really play, so... basically, it was we've got some keen boys out here today. I mean, we are nervous. Tommy wasn't joking. It's we're more nervous for this, I reckon, than any game of footy.
Good on you, Lynchy. Well, Tom Jonas, Port Adelaide have drawn first blood. They're going to have a bat.
Thanks, Sodas. Port Adelaide batting first. Big crowd, as I mentioned. The support has been incredible, and the biggest crow of them all, the big Texan, has wandered in. Nice to see you.
Yeah, good. Always good to see you, boys. How you going?
Jeez, you're nervous. Look at you.
I'm very nervous, mate. I'm very agitated. I got the first ball, so I need to just get it on the wicket.
So what's the plan? Are you going all-out attack, or are you just going to try and get it down there somewhere roughly in the right area?
Well, I reckon we'll have a fair go at him early, but if we get into a bit of trouble, we got Sheet calm. And he'll come in and we'll get him bowling.
You have.
Let's have a look at the rules for this game, because they aren't your standard rules. First four batters in each team must be AFL players, Bluey. So no Alex Carey up the top or Travis Head.
No, so the cricketers have got to come in after they can come in at number 5 and lower than that. Every player will receive it. This should be in all cricket, a free hit. So you can't be out first ball. And as you can see, there's a wild card there as well. Every team has a 12th man. So all those the other major rule that's not quite there, Tex, you can only bowl 3 overs. So I know you're hurt by that. You'd rather bowl 4?
Depends how I'm going. If I'm getting whacked, I'm happy to only bowl 3 overs.
All right, let's have a look at the team lineups first, and you can talk us through, Tex, who can actually play the game. Involved in the Adelaide Crows as we see them making their way out onto the field. Now, who of this lineup can play?
Yeah, obviously we'll open with Matt and Brad Crouch. They're both very good. They like handballing a lot to each other, so it'll be interesting to see whether they have a few quick singles. Cito's very, very good, he'll tell you so. Lynch is an all-rounder, as we said. Alex Carey,
number 6, you're in the all-rounder role.
Not sure whether Alex Carey is he any good or?
He's
pretty good.
He's all right.
The next bloke, all-rounder, bat, bowl, whatever. Jack Weatherall. Brody Smith is very good with the bat.
Rory Sloane down
10.
the bottom.
He wants to take a tennis racket out. he's played one game of cricket in his life, but he looked all right in the nets. And Lockie Murphy bowls a little bit like Lasith Malinga.
Ooh, okay.
And speaking of yourself and cricket, big boy, we saw this a few years back. You were at home with your great mate Bernard watching the Ashes. Now, is this what we're going to see from you today? On any stage?
I won't be keeping, no. Matt Crouch we might see him behind the stumps, but I'll have a little bowl.
Love it. Now let's have a look at Port Adelaide. We've got a little bit of intel, Bluey, on the Port Adelaide players from their head of footy, who's, of course, fine cricketer himself. And Trav Boak, Connor Rosie and Hamish Hartlett, they reckon, can all really play.
Really? Okay, well, Rosie's going to open the batting. Yep. Hamish Hartlett, well, isn't he talking up a good game at number 3? Tom Cleary at 4. Phil Salt. Now, he can do some damage, so you've got to have some good plans for him. Tom Jonas, of course. Travis Head, a little bit low, but you can see that Harry Nielsen at number 9, so pretty good side there for the Port Adelaide.
Texan, all of our lives, we've heard the sentence, he could have been a test cricketer if he'd chosen cricket over footy. We're going to find out today about some of these blokes.
Oh, you wouldn't have heard that if it was me, mate, not me. He could not have been a test cricketer. But, no, a bit of fun, mate. We'll have some fun.
It's a great cause, as we know, and you're a great man. Go and do the game justice.
Thanks, boys.
Go well, mate.
Good on you.
Good on you, Big Tex. All right, we're going to let him get out onto the field, Bluey. We're going to get up into the commentary position to get ready to go. It is the Bushfire T20 Showdown. First ball after this.
Pouring into the Adelaide Oval. This is fantastic. What an initiative too. It is the Bushfire T20 Showdown. Up on the roofline, best seats in the house, sitting over the southern end there. That platform actually is on the ground itself, sitting over the square. So those people up there, best seats in the house to watch it. And hasn't the crowd responded? 30,000 plus here for such a wonderful cause. And not just to the destruction that we've seen throughout South Australia, the Adelaide Hills and Kangaroo Island over the past 6 or so weeks, right across Australia. Everyone that's joining us, we know that you have been doing it tough for many of you. And today, well, here's the chance. Taylor Walker coming in, bowling to Travis Boak for the first ball. Theodoropoulos, benefit of the doubt there, I think, for Tex. Just letting that one go as a loosener.
Surprise that side. Good afternoon to you and to everyone. This is absolutely unbelievable here at the Adelaide Oval. People have turned out in force. So I would like to see that just be given a wide, just to get a few extra runs on the board for Port Adelaide as early as possible.
Texas found his line now. Travis Boak off the mark, just cleverly. He's batting with Connor Rosie. Gee, we've seen Connor Rosie this year. He has been fantastic. Let's have a look at the pitch too. Theo, you love your cricket. Tell us, what do we see here?
Well, the surface they played on last night, I don't think will have any impact on the way these blokes go about it this afternoon. It's a pristine condition. So the first ball, you can't get out. It's a free hit, so Rosie's got to tee off. He'll have to bowl that again, Texas.
Not going to get near that. He's got to get another free hit, doesn't he? Surely. James Brayshaw joins us up here. Now the Tex, I think we'd probably say pedestrian, James, at best at the moment.
And you've got to hit the prepared surface. But what's he thinking? We just chatted to him in the lead up, and he was very, very nervous, the Texan.
Might have been watching a bit of Tremaine's work last night.
Oh, no. That's better.
Oh, shot.
Have some of that. I was talking to Chris Davies, of course, the footy manager of Port Adelaide, himself a fine cricketer, played a lot of Sheffield Shield cricket for South Australia. And he said Boak, Rosie and Hartlett by far their best. Look out for them. He said once they're done, not much else.
Well, Connor Rosie's talking himself up to have a little bit of Greg Blewett type technique.
Hello.
It's been the whisper around the Alberton rooms at the moment.
Okay. How's the response going to be from the big Texan? Yep. Rory Sloane. Some nice fielding there. Well, you two boys are locals. This crowd is sensational. How good?
Yeah, it's fantastic praise, isn't it? We know that the South Australian public love to get together for a great cause, and 30 plus, no doubt.
Oh, trouble.
Seedsman, beautifully done. One of the few blokes in the Crows outfit you'd think would have a bit of ability, JB, being a Victorian, loves his cricket. Nearly shy, direct hit.
Oh, up in the air, the full bunger. It's going to fall safe.
Lockie Murphy just down there providing a little bit of coverage. Have a look here, none for 9, 1 over down.
Decent start for Port Adelaide. We've got Trav Boak mic'd up out there. Boakey, nice chatting to you. Hey, Trav, can you hear us? Oh, just having a few issues getting through to the skipper. Lockie Murphy with the ball in hand.
JB, he is the late inclusion. Darcy Fogarty, the big hitter, they said he was going to be a star for the Crows. A bit concerned, the medical staff, with the hamstring. Lockie Murphy's replaced him, and he's got the new nut.
It's crashed in front of point for a boundary. Connor Rosie starting beautifully.
He's off to a flyer, isn't he, Soda? Geez, he looks tight. He saw him in the nets during the week, and he did not look out of place at all, Connor Rosie. He does, as you touched on earlier, compared himself to a bit of Greg Blewett. So a bit of minimal foot movement, loves it square of the wicket and balanced on the back shoe.
Trav Boak, I think we may be able to get to you now. Can you hear us? All right. Well, he's
focused.
We're battling to get hold of him.
He'll be concentrating too hard, Boakey. Don't forget, Bray coming off the shoulder surgery as well, because he said he can sort of hit 130, 135, which we won't see.
Yes.
But very handy with the bat. That was his own advice.
That's handy. 4 more. Off to a flyer, Port Adelaide.
Lockie Murphy coming in just, well, struggling with a bit of line and length at the moment, just being punished.
It's not the ideal start for a bloke who's come in at the last second to try and do something for his club. And I'll tell you what he has done. He's electrified the crowd in the reverse sense. Got Port Adelaide off to a flyer. So well done, Murph.
That's a nice piece of bowling, inside edge. No. Lots of interest behind the wicket.
Ooh. Bit of shape in, maybe clip the top of the pad. And it's no surprise to see Simon Fry just shake his head at that one. You'd be stiff to be LB today, wouldn't you, Jim?
An impossibility, I would have thought, to be adjudged LBW in this game.
It's Bridget Patterson doing the keeping for the Crows from Emu Bay in Kangaroo Island. Got some pretty handy keepers in this lineup too, because you've got Alex Carey and, of course, Matty Crouch did a lot of keeping at junior level for Victoria Country.
Tidier stuff to finish that over from Murphy. 2 done, none for 18. Hard to believe that the big man's got the ball again after really stinking it up for me in the first over. Tex, he was all over the shop. Well, it's just, no, I was going to say, just inside the wide line, it isn't.
Given the benefit of the doubt for a few of those in that first over, but not this second one.
Tell you what he has got is decent seam position. We got the great Jason Gillespie as part of our team today. He'd be happy with that. Tex, are you hearing us?
Yeah, I can hear you, boys.
That's a much better ball. A lot of the previous ones have been very ordinary.
Yeah, I can't control the swing, Jim.
Nice. Now you're starting to get there.
Now we're getting there, Jim.
You're a bit nervous, big man. I could see it in the intro.
Yeah. I'm all right now. I'm getting there. Now we've had a few balls.
Tex, is the plan for you to get your 3 overs done early?
I'll have to ask Tom in a minute. Am I bowling out, Tom, or?
And Texan, it is personal. You don't like each other, Port Adelaide and Adelaide, even though you're coming together for this magnificent cause. There's still some friction.
Yeah, the competitive juices have definitely kicked in. I'd love to get a wicket here.
Who have you got your eye on, Tex? You must have one in the lineup you're keen on.
Geez, I'd love to get Brokey this one.
Good luck.
Oh, shit.
Oh, in the air! Trav Boak all the way! Texan, he's just poleaxed you.
Geez, that was a good ball.
That is a monster. Look at that, right in the slot. Tex laid up just outside of off stump, and Travis just went whooshka.
$500. I think that's going to cost me as well.
That's a beaut.
Yep.
Downward, Alex. Good boy.
Tex giving Alex Carey some tips on fielding.
Tex, you put that one on a tee. Seriously, if there's money to be paid for each 6, you should pay that personally.
Yeah, I don't know how much that's going to cost me, but I'm going to have to dip into the pocket. How many balls have I got left?
This is your last one.
One to go. Go upstairs, Tex. Sniff.
Oh, good finish. But 3 gone, none for 28.
Wonderful scenes here at the Adelaide Oval. Big crowd in, and a thank you to Kojo, who are providing all the event day production. There's some happy boys enjoying things so far, enjoying it as much as Trav Boak and Connor Rosie taking the Crows line up to task.
Might have just nibbled away off the seam. A touch. How much would Alex Carey, Theo, be loving this, not having to keep in a game of cricket?
No pressure
Cruise
on.
around, exactly.
How do you reckon the great man handles a bit of feedback from blokes who cannot field, let alone bend over to pick up the ball? Probably can't even throw it. Getting a bit of advice.
Well, of course, an AFL background himself, having been on the Giants list, so very comfortable around big footballers, Alex Carey.
First best and fairest winner at the Giants back in 2010 when they started in the elite Victorian junior competition. Had a couple of years and then didn't get on the list, decided to come back to Adelaide, give cricket a go, and boy, probably destined for a test career at some point, Babs James.
How good. Comes down, Rosie, and smokes it. Well, the mail on him's good. He can play.
No, he's a star. He looks equally as comfortable here as he does with the footy in his hand. I tell you what else he does, Soda, is he is ruthless in the backyard. So Connor Rosie's backyard cricket, there is no holds barred, pace-wise, regardless of who you're bowling to. He said, even if mum is on strike,
Yep.
I'm unleashing the pace.
He goes short at mum.
He does not hold back.
He's not holding back on Lockie Murphy at the moment.
Oh, that's QN. It's not even going to get to anyone.
Oh, no.
Run out. Sure. Oh, Texan from point-blank range.
Gee.
Come on, Tex. You can't miss that.
You can't.
He wasn't real keen on the catch either, Tex.
That's top of the goal square type stuff.
Pulled up a couple short there. He could have dived at that.
Wait.
Connor Rosie, a couple of years ago as a teenager, led North Adelaide to a premiership on this ground in the Sandful, and what a year he had playing every game for Port Adelaide in the AFL in that debut season. Second to Sam Walsh in the Rising Star Award. Pretty handy with the bat at the moment.
Goes to wide mid on and on. No! Texas just escorted the ball. Now he's gone over. He's having an absolute nightmare.
They're picking him out now.
Oh, they are. None for 34 from 4.
Wow.
Oh, Tex has been given the shepherd hook, and so he should. All over the place with ball and then in the field, and Darren Lehman's just having to calm him down. Brad Crouch from the river end. Look at Hoff, he can't believe it. Steve Saunders next to him. He's the physio for the South Australian team for years, Steve-O, and then went over to North Melbourne and now at the Adelaide Crows, one of the very best Sodas.
Absolutely, very fine hurdler in his day too.
Was, absolutely. So here goes Brad Crouch. Let's see what he's got. Nice and straight, a little bit of tail.
Tom Lynch said this morning that he thinks Brad Crouch will be the best performed Crow. Even though brother Matt is meant to have a little more talent on the cricket pitch, he reckons that Brad is going to stand up now that he's got the body right, and he put together a full season last year of best and fairest. He said he's cherry right for today.
This is a good power play they're putting together, Port Adelaide. No wickets yet.
A little reverse from Brad early on. A bit of tail. How much would he have been looking forward to this?
Very, very excited. Have a look at this.
Well, we're going to give this one more go, boys. If he doesn't speak to us now, he can get stuff. Pokey. Oh, no.
Trav. Travis.
Hey, boys, how are you?
Oh, we've been party. Trying to get through to you for a couple of overs.
Finally on.
We're on. Hang on, we'll get this ball done. How are you finding it, please?
Connor's trying to run me out for a start. I text a beer for missing that one.
Yes.
Throwing him down, but I was really nervous early, but it's good fun out here.
You're settling into it? You're finding it easier?
Not sure about that. I'd rather be playing footy out here. It's a lot easier playing footy.
Talk us through what you're doing here, please.
Oh, Crouch is trying to bowl a York. I might just step out leg here.
Oh, no. Straight up in the air, but safe. No! Yes!
He's ducked one in short.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's just a slog, that one.
It's a good effort to get there from the keeper, just couldn't hang on.
Bokies, it taken a bit of time to get the eye in, mate. You've had a couple of net sessions during the week where you faced a bit of steam. What's it like?
Yeah, it's taken 3 net sessions and, what's that, 20 balls out here and I still can't get my eye in, so... Yep.
Your partner looks like he can play, Boki, Connor Rosie.
Kid's a gun. There's not much he can't do. Seen what he can do on the footy field, and he's beautiful technique out here for football. He's pretty good with the bat.
Boki, you of course have played some terrific cricket for the Grange Dolphins, I think in 3rd grade turf, and what we saw you do to Tex Walker before and put him on over the fence here was just a little taste of what you're capable of, isn't it?
Bit of a slog, that one, I think, but it come off real nice with Hetty's bat.
And now helps himself to the onside for another one. Boki, talk us through that when we come back. We're going to go to a break, none for 44.
Welcome back to the beautiful Adelaide Oval. Now, among the 30,000 strong crowd, I found some home and away guys with me. I've got Rob Kipper-Williams, Emily Weir. Guys, welcome to Adelaide. Now, I know you've been busy this morning at the Brighton Jetty Classic.
We sure have. We have indeed.
And now you're here at this incredible T20 match.
It's so cool.
How are you feeling about the atmosphere?
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant. Honestly, it's such a privilege to be here, and you guys do it so well in Adelaide. The community spirit down here is just so fantastic.
And Rob, I understand we're going to claim you. You're an Adelaide boy. Unley High, we're going to say that.
I lived here when I was 17 for just a minute.
For a long time. We always claim.
My mother lives in Aldinga. She's been here for over 20 years. So.
Aldinga, beautiful. Yeah. So you've obviously, she's been keeping you in the loop with the bushfires and what's happened here in South Australia. Yeah, so I'm sure both of you are very across that, and New South Wales as well.
Absolutely, yeah. It's been devastating for the whole country. So, you know, any little bit that we can all do really makes a difference, and we're just so grateful to be here, aren't we?
It's great to see so many people turning out to support such a worthy cause. So.
Of course, now from real life heartache to home and away heartache, you guys are all recovering from a siege, I understand.
We are.
And I've actually just been on maternity leave, so I was very invested in what was happening. What can we expect this week?
Look, you know, the Bay's really come together sort of post, Robbo and Mason, which has been so sad. But, you know, there's no lack of community spirit in good old Summer Bay. So everyone sort of gets together. There's a lot more to come with the new family arriving. So you've got to stay tuned for that. And, you know, with end of life, there's new life as well.
Great. Well, thank you so much, guys. It's a pleasure to have you here.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Amelia Mulcahy doing a great job down there. They brought the weapon on now. Kane Richardson try and stem the bleeding a little here. That's a wide.
Swinging through.
Bray Connor Rosie coming off a 60 for the Grange Dolphins last week in their first final, so he's got to front up again this Tuesday night. So he's averaging around 40 a dig for Grange, so he's in good form.
Tugs that into the onside. Whether all comes on, they're going to take him on.
Lax from Weathers. Nice of the Strikers boys to turn up at the scene of the crime from last night, JB. No ill feelings from the boys just 12 hours later.
No, they stuffed that game up in the back half. were walking in at one stage when Carey and Head were at the crease. Comes down, top edge. Never anyone back there. Now, they'll be really disappointed quite seriously, Theo, with that. That was a game they should have won.
Yeah, absolutely. Almost had it in the bag halfway through, didn't they?
They did.
One of the better teams with the ball in hand. We'll get the inside word from the coach. He's on later on.
And we'll get Big Diz involved. Final ball of Richardson over. Oh, good shot.
Jeez.
How well is Connor Rosie going? None for 57 after 6. There's the second 6 from Trav Boak, just dumped over mid-wicket. And this is the game right now, because he's about to face Rashid Khan. I don't know if he can hear us, but this man is a wizard.
There's a chance they could be 6 for 57 at the end of this over.
Oh, it's just incredible what he's been able to do. Boki, can you hear us?
I've got you, boys.
Now, this is Rashid Khan you're about to face here.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous. I don't really know what to do here. I asked him what he's going to bowl, and he reckons seam up, but I highly doubt that.
Boki, can you pick him?
Nah, no idea.
Oh, that one's just ducked back in a touch. He's not bowling seam up at none for 58.
No, wouldn't have thought. When in doubt, hang back and play him off the surface, Trav.
Yeah, I didn't mind that one. That was a little bit slower than I thought.
It was probably
so
the slowest ball he's bowled in his Big Bash career.
I reckon.
He tried a bit of a shimmy. It doesn't work with Rashid Khan.
Bit of skylarking.
Yes.
Gray, and he's punished by the best T20 bowler on the planet.
Oh, Rashid's just thinking, give me a spell.
In the end, he's just missed a straight one.
I've had to deal with the best in the world. I'm not putting up with that from you. Well played, Connor Rosie. Looked very, very comfortable.
29 off 19. Look, I thought they could be 6 for 56 at the end of this over. It might be actually 5 for 57, so my mistake there. But Connor Rosie, terrific.
Yeah.
He got off to a fly. He probably takes that yesterday if you tell him so. 29 off 20 balls, and you've just been undone by the world's best. I think he shakes hands on that one straight away.
A lot of good mail on this bloke too coming out.
He's got to walk into Rashid Khan. That's the hard bit. Hard enough for seasoned Big Bash players to deal with.
Hamish Hartlett, inked up. Very, very good in the nets watching him earlier. Technically, he looks good. He, too, is comparing himself to Greg Blewett. I think half their team is.
Yes, really. Got some love, Bluey. Oh, gee, he was in his prime, as good as there was. Get him involved in the commentary shortly.
So he's a bit of a dasher, JB. Hart's a bit of a dasher, likens himself to nothing too strenuous for Hartlett. The comparison, Adam Gilchrist as well. So he's aiming high.
Amelia Mulcahy gets it to you.
Okay, I've got Connor Rosie with me. What a way to go, being bowled out by Rashid.
Yeah, so there's probably one way to go out, probably against him.
Now, were you channeling your best South Augusta times there? You were really impressive.
Yeah, I was saying to a few of the boys that I played cricket back in the day, which was probably only 2 years ago, but it feels a long time.
So that's why you won the opening? Was it a no-brainer
yeah,
for them?
a bit of a mixed decision. Some went over bat, so yeah, it was kind of whoever put their hand up, to be honest.
Now, you were very good at finding space out there. Was that your tactic?
Pretty much just stand and swing as hard as I can. There wasn't too much to it, I don't think.
Well, we'll let you relax, Connor. Well done.
Thank you, cheers.
That's some very nice strokes. You can already see the game's coming hard back with this man on screen bowling. Oh, he's just got it. That was smashing middle stump out of the ground.
Oh, my. Nugget Reese, who is the coach of the Port Adelaide team, he must be very nervous when Rashid Khan's got the ball in his hand. I think we all are.
The standing straight sweep. He's played that with 1 degree of bat face to get it down to fine leg for 4.
Even in a game where no LBWs are going to be given, you couldn't not give that out if you hadn't hit that.
That degree of difficulty of that shot is 11.
Bogey, I'm not sure if your mic's open, but well played, son.
He's racing, Trav.
Oh.
Wide down the leg side. Jeez, we're en route to a high-scoring game, boys.
Handy work.
End of a very good Rashid over. 1 for 64.
Port Adelaide off to a flyer, 1 for 64 from 7 overs. And a big thank you to Mitsubishi, who are providing a car, a very nice 2019 Outlander. It goes along with the New Year's Eve Adelaide Strikers corporate suite experience. And you can get involved in the auction online. Just head to the Strikers website.
Tom Lynch, Cathedral End.
Oi!
That's got a bit about it too. Nibbled off the seam.
Comes from good stock. Tommy Lynch. Father Andrew is the chairman of selectors for the Victorian Bushrangers. Has taken them to 4 Shields. And Dad Andrew and Granddad Norm, legends of the St Kilda District Cricket Club in Victoria.
Yeah, well, as I said, we've got Jason Gillespie and Greg Blewett about to join us at some stage. They've won far too many Sheffield Shields recently, Victoria. They were a dead set chopping block back in our day. And now they've become a powerhouse somehow. So does, and no one in cricket enjoys it.
Was it 94, 95, the last one here?
Yeah, 95, 96.
95, 96, Brayshaw, Blewett.
And Gillespie. But sadly, hasn't been much since.
Also Timmy Nielsen, his son.
The great Vin.
Harry is playing here today.
I think we got the Texan open. You hearing us, big man?
Yeah, I can hear you, boys.
Well, you got dragged because of some of the most disgraceful fielding any of us have ever seen.
Yeah, it's a bit slippery, Jim. The grass is usually a little bit longer in footy season. It was shocking. Then the coach, I think you dragged me, didn't you? Yeah, off. Especially for that run out, I should have just went and clipped the bales off. I thought I'd try and throw it as hard as I could.
Yeah, you point blank range, you're about a metre off.
Sometimes we do silly things, Jim.
I just get the feeling that the coach wasn't legitimately not happy with you.
Yeah, he wasn't. I'd come and said what's going on the bench, and he didn't even speak to me, so clear as day that he wasn't happy.
You need to get Travis Boak out. Look at this. He is smoking it.
Wow. What's he on?
38 from 22.
Jeez, we better get him out very quickly. We might have to, should I go and tell Rashid to actually bowl properly?
Yep.
All right then.
He's looking good.
I'll go out and tell Rashid he's going to have to bowl properly now.
That's a proper cricket shot, that. It's crisp. And again, third 6, 4 or 5 rows back. Trav Boak to 44, 8 down, 1 for 79. Third 6 for Travis Boak. There's the first one. Have some of that, big Tex. Long boundary there too, and then one over mid-wicket. That's nice. Then Lynch decides to try and go halfway down, and he just helps him into the people. Trav Boak, we've got him mic'd up. You got us?
Got you, lads.
You're starting to take the mickey.
that was a bit better. I saw him a little bit better then. That was nice and short from Lynchy, which I like.
Nervous 40s, Trav. Good luck.
Oh, Rashid hits, and that's it. I reckon he's gone. They're sending it upstairs. Have we got DRS in this game? Rashid Khan takes matters into his own hands. Let's have a look at the run out.
Well, a little nudge into mid-wicket from Hartlett. Rashid turns and Travis is gone. Jeez, he's pulled out the serious pills, Rashid, for that ball, hadn't he?
Wow.
He'd let him go, and he's thought enough's enough. He's not going to tolerate much more of this. The world's best T20 bowler. Direct hit. Boat gone. 44 off 23. Travis, you're absolutely flying. You deserve an apology. What are you doing?
Hey, Trav, well played.
Thanks, lads.
44 from 23 with 3 maximums.
Yeah, Hamish. He owes me one now.
Bogey, that's it for you too, because with the shoulder, you won't be rolling the arm over, so it's been a pretty good contribution.
Been first slip.
Good on you, mate.
Innings. Thanks, lad.
Well played.
Jeez, that looks like Sticky stolen out of Travis Head's bag too.
Entire Port Adelaide cricket footy team sponsored by Travis today.
Yes.
Cleary, not big raps on himself, coming into the wicket number 4, just went off the comparison. Something to Major. Another brand new GM in his hand.
Yeah, that's it.
Big, powerful unit, Tommy Cleary. Comes off the sheep farm. knocked up a very nice 60 for his Grange Dolphins in last year's T20 Grand Final. Don't give him much hope now, though.
Oh, fooled everyone. 4 buys. Being completely serious, the best batsmen in the world don't know what to do with this bloke. These are footballers. It's impossible with Rashid Khan.
And that's turned half a foot.
Yep.
What a wizard he is. He's wowed crowds here in Adelaide for the last 3 seasons, and he's caused like some genuine issues. Hang back and play him off the pitch.
He's a pretty remarkable cricketer at just 21 years of age.
Remarkable.
I love during the week too, we talked about it last night, he came out in the press and said, I'm playing here as long as they'll have me.
Yep.
They were good to me, they were the first ones to invite me over. You love hearing that, don't you?
He's repaid it. 1 of 10 brothers and sisters, and learnt to bowl fast in the backyard of Afghanistan, so his brothers didn't belt him over the fence.
Jake Weatherall out at deep point, so just a single. No, he's been one of these success stories of recent BBL years.
1 for 7 and the run out.
He would have to be one of the biggest, wouldn't he, JB, to come and grace the soils here?
Certainly the most successful BBL bowler, short, slow bowler anyway. Probably since Matai Muralitharan, who played for the Renegades in the first 3 or 4 years and was incredibly successful.
He was.
Some great cult hero status too. We're here signing autographs long after games for the strikers.
Oh, they're just trying to get through him, and you can understand it too. 2 for 84 after 9.
Well, it's going to be Brodie Smith to take up the attack from the Northern Horse scoreboard, and plenty of contributors here at the Adelaide Oval to make sure this day goes as well as possibly can, and to raise as much money for people affected by bushfires around the state. Of course, Spotless Security covering the security cost around the stadium for today, and boys, with 35,000 plus, I mean, you'd think they might be a little busy later on.
What a great crowd. Over 500,000 raised already for the bushfire appeal. Just brilliant. Well, that's not getting the job done. There you go. sa.gov.au/T20 Showdown. Get online and help out. Crunched right out of the middle of the bat.
That's not going to threaten anyone. Brodie Smith's pace. One of the more unusual backyard cricket rules, boys. Tell me if you've heard of this. The 2 bounce headbutt. The 2 bounce headbutt. No. So 1 and 1 bounce. If the ball bounces twice and you headbutt it, the bloke's out.
So Tommy plays that in the backyard?
Brodie.
Brodie Smith.
I've never heard of that rule in my life.
It's a different cat, Brodie.
I'll tell you what he hasn't got, and that's a left arm that does very much in his action. You have a look at it. It just flops down.
Chris Harris.
There it is. You're meant to reach up to the sky, sodas, and then reef it down into your rib cage. The great Jason Gillespie used to get it up nice and high here and then bang down in here. Watch the left arm.
Looks like a wet noodle. Might be coming off a shoulder injury training, surely. Could be the only excuse you could have.
Let's have a look at this. Oh, no.
Just finding his feet now, Hamish Hartlett. It's taken him a while.
So when do we see Travis Head? When do they play that card?
Well, what do you got? First four batters have to be footballers.
So next in, do you think?
Should be.
And what's his tactic, Travis? Does he go from ball 1? Does he soak up a few?
4 more. Hartlett's starting to move. It's a good start from Port Adelaide. We're nearly halfway there, and they're 2 for 96.
See, I reckon Travis would be more nervous in this game than he would have been last night, because he is on a hiding to nothing. He's lose-lose. If he comes up against Brodie Smith and chips one to mid-wicket...
Halfway through, 2 for 97. Superb city, magnificent venue, big crowd to support this wonderful occasion. Theo Doropoulos and Mark Soderstrom move out, and Greg Blewett and Jason Gillespie move in. 2 magnificent South Australian and Australian cricketers. Nice to see you both.
Thanks, Braid. Hey, Blue.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Isn't it looking an absolute picture, this ground? And we've got, what, over 30,000? Have we had a crowd estimate yet?
Have to be. It would have to be. Crouch back into the attack. Made a bit of a mess of the Adelaide bowling. First half of this innings, Port Adelaide.
Been a good start, hasn't it? But a couple of wickets now to the Crows, so that's just where they've got to rein it in a fraction, and I've liked what I've seen by this man.
What's Diz doing with his headset, by the way?
Well, he's trying to get it over his nose, I think.
Not that hard, is it?
He's got the media pass tangled up in the headset.
Come on, Doodle.
Oh. Yeah, but just back to Brad Crouch. Nice action, Bray. Nice straight run up. I'll get Jason Gillespie to talk through the action, but looks nice and tall at the crease, got reasonable pace. Like what I see, Douche.
Yeah. Let's have a look at this one as he's coming in.
Took a bit of glove, and that's dropped. That's his brother dropping it, I think.
Yes.
Matt Crouch.
Definite glove. Here it is, bit of extra. Look at that. Good pace, good bounce.
Oh, no.
Not a bad attempt.
Come on, bro.
Not a bad attempt, but you have got gloves on. Look at him. Come on, mate, help me out.
Oh, goes upstairs again.
Boardroom.
Bit of body line happening here.
He's obviously been listening to you, Douche.
No, nice run up, delivery. As you were mentioning before, you know, high front arm brace.
Yes.
Pulling that down, pull the chain down, pull the chain.
We just need to get Brodie Smith doing that at the other end.
Nice follow through too. He's getting at least 3/4 of the pitch down with his follow through.
Yeah. He's had a look upstairs a couple of times this over.
That's what we like.
Oh, absolutely. Nothing wrong with a bit of boardroom activity.
Look at these donations, James.
Brilliant, aren't they? We'll keep the tally rolling throughout the afternoon, but we started at 504,000.
I was going to say, over $500,000 bucks before the first ball was bowled. Brilliant stuff.
That's going to go over the top of the keeper's head, and the 100's up. After the 11th, 2 for 103. 2 for 103 after 11. We're only going to touch on this once, Louis, because we don't want to kick a man when he's down, but
don't go there.
It is what happened last night. But 150.
Yeah, we just didn't handle the situation well. We had it under control, I felt, or we felt. Look, we just lost wickets, and never a good time to lose a wicket, but you know, we just kept losing them, and made it a bit too hard work for ourselves. A big shame, because you know, I thought we bowled and fielded quite well. Gave ourselves a real chance on a pretty good wicket. There was no excuses. All the batters were saying the surface was excellent to bat on. So look, absolutely no excuses, but we've got to learn our lessons and move on from that.
Seedsman now. Look at the hip.
I had the Adelaide Strikers favourites after. If we had won that game last night, I reckon we would have taken care of the Melbourne Stars, who aren't playing very well, and I reckon we would have touched the sixes up as well. But yeah, it just feels like a bit of a wasted campaign now. A lot of good cricket in there.
It's a pretty empty feeling, to be perfectly honest.
Yep.
We certainly had our opportunities. It's just very disappointing. But look, very proud of the efforts of the lads throughout the whole campaign. Thought we played some really good cricket. It's just those moments, and unfortunately, it happened last night.
Right out of the middle of Hartlett's bat, but he's got it into a gap. Rory Sloane, I think, has now got the player mic on out there. Rosa.
Hey, how are you, boys?
Oh, done some nice business in the field.
Yeah, that's what I've been for, really. Just my fielding ability.
Well,
you wait till I bowl soon, it'll be a couple of round arms from me, I reckon. Oh, yo!
Drops. And a mixer.
Stumping!
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Rory, talk us through that.
Well, who is that? I can't even see it. Is that Cedar on the other side? No. Is that a skipper?
Yeah, it's
Skipper.
Skipper. That is putrid. He's been working on his ground balls lately, and that one, watch this. Up in the air. Nah, did not want to get low enough at all. Fingers in the grass, surely.
And then a poor throw into the keeper too.
And Matty just dropped his head.
Muscle down the ground for 4.
That's a nice shot. Look, I'm not going to lie. If one comes my way, I'll be a little bit nervous.
And Rory, dizzy here, mate. What are we going to see from you at the bowling crease, mate, when you get the ball in hand?
Oh, maybe borderline illegal, but it'll be a bit of a round arm, half a chuck. I'll just do anything to make sure the shoulder's fine. Oh, that's me.
Come on, hang on to it, Rosa. Do it. Yes.
I was shitting my pants just then. Wow, someone check my jocks. Oh, no. Mate, that moved in the air. Oh, I've never been more nervous. Oh, mate. Oh, shit. I reckon it was the old guts into the ball, mate. Oh, wow, sorry about that.
Rosa, right into the bread basket.
Yeah, look, I just wanted to get the whole body behind it because I knew if I fumbled, I could catch it with my legs or something. So, good timing, lads. Well done. Mic'd up, ready for a catch.
Good boy. Well done.
I was going to donate $1,000 if I dropped one, but considering I just caught one, I'll do the same and donate $1,000.
Good
so
boy. Well done.
That'll be good.
Nicely done.
Texan.
Phil Salt.
Heads up.
As Phil makes his way out there, that's the other thing we ought to touch on, Bluey. I know you've had other commitments and mightn't have been able to see it all, but our man Tex Walker, dead set embarrassed himself, didn't he, in the early stages? Firstly with the ball, like almost didn't hit the cut surface on 4 or 5 occasions, but then in the field.
Oh, slipping and sliding and putting the foot down when he should have been bending over to pick it up with his hand.
And then a run-out opportunity from point-blank range.
Yes, had all 3 to hit, and then he went off the ground.
He did,
straight after.
Dragged.
I thought it was the biggest surprise of the night, or the afternoon, when he got the second over.
I agree. No, I said that. Couldn't agree with you anymore. Can you hear us, Tex?
Oh, is he on?
Yeah, I can hear you. Now speak nicely, please. Oh, that's
Kane
gone.
Richardson's gone. Big Cleary. It's a long boundary, that.
I didn't know Tex could hear us.
No, I know. I knew you didn't know, but I did, and I was waiting for him to bite. Hey.
I can hear you down here, mate. I don't even need the earpiece to hear you.
Hey, well, Tex, I also noticed that you're going from fine leg to fine leg. What would that be?
Yeah, well, that's if you're the worst fielder there. I think you go from fine leg to fine leg. Oh, wow.
That's jeez.
I was not getting that.
Tex, you are going to chase down something big here.
Yeah, I know. We might have to bring Rashid on or tell Kane to start bowling properly.
Well, tell him. He's bowling half pace.
I think
rubbish.
I think they got told to. But if he keeps getting hit for a 4 and 6, I think it might. Jesus Christ.
6 more. 16 off the first 3 balls of this over, Doodle.
Yeah, I'm not sure Kane will be overly happy. I just wonder whether competitive juices are going to come in now and, you know, the ego getting hit around.
That's a fine too, because if you get hit for a 6 from a footballer, that's a fine.
I think he needs to look upstairs, Tex.
Oh, wow. There's more.
Oh, wow, that's 6.
That's 6 more. 22 off the first 4 balls.
Oh. Well, this is tremendous hitting from Cleary. Look at that, right in the slot, and he's gone over cover.
Deep down, Richo will be hating this.
Oh. You're in the game here, Tex.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't hit his ear. Oh, wow.
This is coming straight down your throat, big man.
Yeah, I better get the mitts ready, I reckon. How's it up there? Is it good atmosphere?
Looks a treat.
Yeah.
Superb. Oval's looking beautiful.
Bowled him. That'll do.
Get around him, Tex. He
I'll
needs
get around him. Might even pull the man bun out.
4 for 132 after 13.
Port Adelaide going very nicely at 4 for 132. Joining me is Scott Elderfield. Now, Scott, you were the man who just sent out a tweet one day and said, you know what, I'd like a T20 showdown to raise money for the bushfire victims and everything that's happened. And look where we are today, mate. Well done.
Yes, excellent. Heaps of people have turned up. South Australia have really got behind it and supported the great charity.
Scotty, where did the idea come from? Was it just you and a few mates just chatting about it?
Yeah, well, we'll go to Lobethal Christmas lights every year, and they have lots of fundraising in their main street. Go to the pub for a drink, have a meal, buy some souvenir stuff, and we couldn't do it this year. So, two biggest clubs in South Australia have to put a game on.
Mate, it was beautiful. So you just sent a tweet out going, how about it? And it just snowballed.
Yep, thanks to yourself.
There were a lot of people involved. I think Tex and Trav Boat got on board as well.
They certainly did. And lots of other people then grabbed it and it exploded. And here we are today, raising almost $500,000.
Let's have a look at Paul Seedsman here.
Salt just dumps him over the line. Now we're seeing a first-class batter at work, Louis. This interests me.
Scotty, they are looking very good right now, Port Adelaide. You've been impressed. I know you're a Crows man.
Yeah, they're hitting the ball really, really well.
Have a look again now. Phil Salt on fire. Better ball from Paul. Mate, look, it has been absolutely fantastic. And look, just sitting around here, you sort of pinch yourself and go, well, it was a tweet between mates, and then bang, have a look at it.
Absolutely. I'm sitting in awe that 35,000 people have come to a cricket match between two football clubs from an idea sitting around a barbecue.
Oh, well done, mate. You've played a huge role. This was your seed that was planted, and everyone is here for a wonderful cause. So thank you very much for having the initiative and the idea.
Yeah, thank you, South Australia.
Brilliant. Well done. Tom Jonas now out in the middle joining Phil Salt, who's just coming off a very good BBL of his own.
Free hit here.
Didn't get a heap of that.
No.
Let him run two.
No, didn't. Well, free hit. He didn't really go after it. It was a half-hearted effort, and well, he's got himself off strike, off the mark. And you mentioned Phil Salt, James. 7 off 3. He's already cleared the mid-wicket boundary. What's he got up his sleeve here? Oh.
Get it.
We don't want him getting funky.
No,
we want him clearing the ropes.
A little bit fancy pants, Coach.
Yeah, look, he fancies himself. I've seen him play some unusual shots, reverse sweep sixes off the fast bowlers, and he can be quite inventive, Salty. Or as Rashid Khan calls him, salt and peppers.
4 for 141.
You didn't need to pop the first one for 6, though.
4 for 141 going along nicely, Port Adelaide. We need to acknowledge the people that are helping make this day a key clean, covering event cleaning costs. Thank you for donating all of that to what is a superb day. Now, Brodie Smith back with the ball in hand. I want Jason Gillespie just walking us through this action.
Not sure there's a lot to walk through. As you said, there's not a lot of front arm use. They're not pulling the chain down there with that front arm. Probably not getting a lot out of the run-up either, James.
He might just wear some here from Phil Salt if he really gets a look in.
Not a bad comeback.
Yeah.
Bit of block hole action.
Yeah, absolutely.
On track to make 200.
Oh, it's going to be a big chase.
I think they're comfortably getting 200 here.
And we haven't even seen Travis Head.
Well, how many overs has Rashid Khan bowled? Let's have a look.
He's bowled 2.
Right.
2 overs, 1 for 7.
Needs to bowl 1 more.
Oh, look out. Tex, it's going straight over your head.
Well, that's what you call a slot ball. That is, if you're having throwdowns or you're facing the bowling machine, that's exactly what you want. Step hit.
Known as a step hit.
That went straight over Tex's ears.
Must have been big, man.
Oh. I want to see you, Tex, under a sky ball, under a big long drop.
I might. Can you book me for a dentist appointment tomorrow then, please? Gee, he can hit him, can't he, Salty?
Yeah, he's got some power.
Oh.
What have you thought of your... might come back to your Tex, end of the over. 15 overs gone, 4 for 154.
Been a very impressive batting performance from Port Adelaide. That's the Manhattan on track to make 200 from their 20. And the dangerous Phil Salt at the crease.
Well, here we go. Rory Sloane reckons he's going to bowl the Lasith Malingas, the round arms. Oh, dear. Oh, come on. Oh, dear.
Tex, what's Sloaney got, please?
Well, he told us when he made the team that he's played one game his whole career, so he's more of a tennis player, but we'll see how we go here. Catch that.
Oh, beautifully done. It is Alex Carey, but they're a lovely set of hands. The wicket falls.
Oh, he's kicked
4
it
for
back.
155.
Stop here. Are you sure? Still saving for a deposit? Build with Weeks and get into a new home sooner. Check out the Fusion series. With homes starting from just $150K, you'll get more with Weeks.
Nurofen Advanced liquid capsules have a thin seam, which enables fast release into the body. To sort pain out fast, use Nurofen Advanced liquid capsules. Unleash the speed of liquid.
Well, here it is, Phil Salt getting out to Rory Sloane, a filthy little full toss, and he just tried to get a little bit cute with it again. I think he was trying to get it over maybe mid-wicket, and Alex Carey taking a reasonable catch down there at long on. Here he is, Travis Head.
Couldn't have picked out a worse man, really, could he? Probably the only fielder on the ground that was going to take that catch. Alex Carey.
Well, generally the keepers can only catch them most of the time when they've got their gloves on, James. They find it a little bit more difficult without the gloves.
I do, but
How comfy are those shoes, Tommy? Oh, wait, there's Sonny.
Texans just taking over.
He's running the show.
Oh, man. Good boy.
Tex, I want to comment on your captain, Tom Lynch. How's he gone with his tactics, do you think?
He's been outstanding. This is his day. He thrives for this, don't you, Tommy? Out of 10, Tom, out of 10, how have you gone today? 11, he said. Am I going back or? Geez, this could go anywhere, I reckon.
You're not allowed to. They've already got too many outside the ring. Travis Head. He might be gone. No, that's travelling too far. First ball maximum.
Well, I want to see the no ball because they had too many out.
Yeah.
Should be another free hit.
Absolutely. Be good to see Travis with the free hit. So I reckon he'd hold back.
Now they've got 4 inside the circle.
That's another one. This is what the punters have come to see, Bluey. Amelia, down to you. Mind you, it was sitting in a good spot for him.
Just got to wait for it, though. You just got to tell himself, wait, wait. Very slow bowling coming.
Oh, this is carnage. 3 in a row.
Rory Sloane's got the arms out. What's going on? You dish that up, it's got to go. That was off the toe of the bat.
20 from the over so far, still a ball to go. Oh, the Trevor Chappell. That's 4. That's big too. 4 sixes in a row to finish the over. 5 for 180.
Look at him, he's just stomping off.
Welcome back to Adelaide Oval now with striker Phil Salt. Phil Salt, you were out there busy doing Phil Salt things. Your first ball, you hit a 6, and then Rory Sloane came up and he got you out.
Yeah, I know. I said I was going to hit it higher than I did. I meant to put it straight up the chimney, but it sums it up. It went to Keza as well. Obviously, I wanted to hit it one of the Crows boys.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Well, we were hearing before that Rory Sloane's played, I think, 1 or 2 cricket matches in his life. How does that make you feel?
Well, good for Rory. Good for Rory. I'm glad
You're a good sport.
I'm glad to give him his start in the game.
Yeah. And we were just talking before. It must have been a lot of fun training and getting ready with the Port guys.
Yeah, it's great fun. They're all good lads. You know, they've all worked in with us really well. And yeah, this is a great day and it's a great cause, and I'm really glad to be here.
Is there anyone you've been really keen to see get out there or get on the bat?
Connor Rosie was pretty good. I know he's a bit of a star with the football, but apparently a star with the cricket as well. He's done pretty well.
Well, thank you so much, Phil Salt. Go enjoy.
Thank you. Cheers.
Next to Amelia Mulcahy.
Dino, you ready for a cake, mate?
Travis Head, 4 balls and he's on 24.
Well, you can't do better than that, James.
No, that is true. It is true. Well, that's not 6, but it's going to take some catching.
No one's going to catch that.
That's going to land safe. Well, we pegged it up with him this morning at the magnificent Kooyonga Golf Club, Bluey, and he hit some big bombs there too.
Yeah, he's not a bad golfer. 38 points he had. 38 stable points today, Trav.
How many did you have, James?
Oof. Less than half of that. He hit it as well as I hit it badly. This should be out. Weatherall's underneath it. He won't drop that. Jonas goes.
Yeah, not far from the middle of the bat, though. Just sliced it a fraction. I think he was trying to go over cover. Yeah, face of the bat just opened a fraction and sliced it to Jake Weatherall, who refuses to wear a cap on the cricket field.
I think he's embracing that bleached blonde look.
Jonas, yep, on his way. 6 for 182.
We are just looking at the projections, Diz. 218 is how it's looking.
It's going to be a challenging total, that.
I would have thought.
Here we go. Sarah Lowe is the new batsman for Port Adelaide. Got the Saka helmet on and comes in just over 3 overs to go. So they cross. Travis Head will be on strike.
No control over that, but it's 4. He only knows one gear at the moment, Travis Head. He's trying to hit everything out of the ground.
Yeah, that was obviously a thick edge that flew over. I think it was Tex Walker there at short third man. He kept his head down. I think he thought for a second that it might have gone to Tex Walker.
Great thrill for Sarah Lowe in that to bat with Travis Head on the Adelaide Oval. Test cricketer, had a wonderful summer. Mind you, she's not batting with him for long. Who's under this? Oh no. That's just been allowed to hit the turf.
Well, I thought he made pretty good ground there. It's Paul Seedsman.
Come on, Seed.
And end of the over. 6 for 187.
What happened here? That's high in the air. That's enough time for mid-on to get around underneath it. And Paul Seedsman's just pulled the hand back. And we need to thank the South Australian government, by the way, providing free public transport to today's game. Well done to them. Rashid Khan back into the attack.
Didn't want to get the strides dirty, James.
I think he was hanging right back on the rope, anticipating a big 6.
These are two elite players going at each other here.
Be interesting.
Catch. Yep.
It's been a great player for you boys, the Adelaide Strikers, hasn't he, Dizzy?
Yeah, Rashid's been brilliant, and not just on the field, but off the field. Look, he's a great ambassador for the game of cricket. For the Strikers, for his own country, Afghanistan, for cricket in general. He's just absolutely brilliant.
Oh. That one just past the outside edge. I believe his contract's up as well. You're confident that he'll be back?
I'm pretty confident, yeah. Look, he loves it here. He loves being part of the Strikers family. We certainly love having him. Hopefully we can sort that out sooner rather than later.
Oh. Stumped. Yes. Waiting for the umpire's decision. That's pretty comprehensive.
Ooh, might want to have a look. There was a little bit of a fumble, so... Well, we don't want to have a controversy on our hands.
Been given out on field.
Been given out on field, so yeah, Sarah Lowe's walking. She's happy to go.
Yes.
Oh, well
clean.
Maddie Crouch.
That's actually very good work.
And the wrong one too. So he's picked the wrong one.
Yeah, then the ball fell out. So that is a sharp piece of work there by Maddie Crouch. 7 for 188.
Just a little back end of the innings stumble here. Travis Head out there, who's flying, by the way, 31 from 8. They want to keep him off strike. Harry Nielsen.
Oh, this isn't what Harry Nielsen wants. 3 deliveries against Rashid Khan to start him off.
Oh, your wicket keeper can't. Surely they can pick better than anyone what's coming out of the bowler's hand.
Yeah, they spend a lot of time, the keepers, Alex Carey and Harry Nielsen, at training, just taking their gloves to Rashid out in the middle or in the nets. And Harry says he can pretty much pick every delivery that Rashid bowls. So this will be interesting to see.
Still got to play it.
Exactly right.
I reckon he's sweeping first ball.
Saw his father out on the ground last night. Oh, he's gone with a straight sweep. Picks out long on. Tex Walker just a single. Tim Nielsen, of course, 100+ first-class games for South Australia. A bit like Jason Gillespie. Bluey, his nose hasn't got any smaller either.
Yes, Ryan.
No, it's had a fine career, didn't he, Tim Nielsen, with South Australia. Then, of course, starting his coaching career with Greg Chappell, then moved into the Australian setup, and then that was very slow. And then, of course, moved on to the head coach of the Australian team. End of the over, 7 for 191.
191 from 18, 2 overs to go. What about Rashid Khan? Just the 2 for 11 off his 3. And not even a rampaging Travis Head could collar him.
No, that's very true. And we see Kane Richardson coming on. He's copped a bit of tap today. That would hurt him, being a mad Crows fan, getting tapped up by the Port Adelaide footballers. He won't be happy, but he did get his revenge, got that wicket, that Yorker.
You mentioned Rashid Khan. What about that sharp run out as well to get rid of Travis Boak, who was looking very good?
That's not gone far enough. Going to take a good catching. It has. Just for a moment, Rashid Khan thought, I'm in the game. And it floated over his head. And that is 6, number 4 for Travis Head. In fact, it's got to be 6, number 5.
That's Harry Nielsen, actually, James.
My apologies.
That's all right. Harry Nielsen on strike, and then he followed through and just had a bit of a word to Kane Richardson as well.
Oh, nice response too. We've got Tex Walker open. Texan, yes. This is starting to look ugly. It's going to be a massive run chase.
Yeah, what are they? 198. How many overs we got left? 1.5. Yeah, it'd be nice to keep them under 200, but I don't think that's going to be the case with these two here. No.
Hey, Tex, I've got to ask you to do a little bit of work now with Bernie Vince. He is really, really upset he's not playing today.
Oh, didn't he spit the dummy? Bloody hell.
Texan! Oh, no! What happened there?
Geez, that was very close. That went straight through the mitt.
Great effort, Tex.
Geez, I've had an absolute stinker in the field today.
Come on, next one.
All right, I think there might be one coming here. Oh.
Trevor's head thinking there might have been a wide call coming.
So this is where the competitiveness comes in, doesn't it?
It does.
Richo, he's good mate, Travis Head. Just a little bit more mayo on that one.
I think if he gets something short and wide, he's just going to try and find Texan. Slipped catching style. Khan under this. No! He went for the sliding one-hander.
Well, he is an entertainer.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Diz. There's a little bit of showboating there. Just put on a show for the crowd. He's gone down early, went with the right hand, and it just came out. Don't mind it, though.
200 up, by the way. Single to finish the second last over of the innings. 7 for 204. Beautiful day here in Adelaide, and what a superb ground it is. 7 for 204. 1 over remaining. We've had Tex Walker on mic all day, and it's been a good player to have on mic because he's had a dead set shocker. He's going to need to redeem himself with the bat later on, Tex.
I'd probably pop myself outside the 11 from what I've done today.
Final over.
Catch it.
Swung away for 4. Harry Nielsen. Hey, Tex.
Yes.
Out on a first-class cricket ground and watching Travis Head hit the ball as cleanly as that. Tell us what that's like.
Oh, the sound's unbelievable out there when he gets onto one. I heard you say before he had a great summer. I love watching him play cricket.
Oh, you're a legend.
Tex, stop signing. The ball's coming your way. Right now. In fact, it's not. It's going into the people.
Oh, they've dropped it. I think he might have dropped his beer too. That'd be devastating.
Theodoropoulos has wandered back in. It's been a very big batting performances from Port Adelaide.
Outstanding, 214. Diz, as the resident coach among us, are you looking to get Tex out and sub someone of a bit of quality in?
Yeah, I'm not sure who, though.
Oh.
No, I'm backing Tex in here. I reckon he's got some runs in him today.
Geez, that's...
Tex, where's your go-to? What are we? You strike me as a bit of a Colin de Grandin type of operator. Where are you going to hit some?
The noise has drowned Tex out.
Some. Texan, where's your go-to boundary shot?
For a bloke that doesn't play much cricket, he's not very good at it. Cow corner.
Yeah, righto.
Oh, that's gone as well.
6.
Slowly jump.
Nielsen getting his eye right in. I so badly want the ball to go up in the air in Tex's direction. That's all I want from the end of this innings.
I reckon one of these last two is coming out here.
Good. Well, you better hang on to it.
Yeah, just wait after the over.
We need to get a message to Harry Nielsen, just straight to long on.
225 should be enough.
I would have thought.
Just go high. He's giving Travis the chance. Here we go.
Here it comes.
Travis going to try and hit this into the scoreboard, I think, Diz.
You know this is coming to you, Tex.
Oh, certainly do. Certainly do.
We need to get the message to Hetty, just straight down long on's throat.
Have a look at him and Matt Crouch having a chat about it.
Yeah, good. Long on. Don't drop it.
Thanks. Great words of wisdom, Jim.
There it is! The Texan! Hang on to it, Tex! Oh no!
How
was your heart there, Tex.
Oh, you were saved by a
Holy
metre.
hell. I can hear that fizzing up there.
Why didn't you catch it anyway?
Nah, stuff hurt.
Look at him here. You can see your eyes on it as you're running back. You must have just felt a bit of relief as it went over the boundary.
Oh, how much relief was that?
That is too funny.
Dear.
Trevor's head, by the way, 43 from 13 rocks.
Did not hold back. Dizzy, 7 for 231. Is that enough?
You would think so, Theo. I'm thinking that's a pretty imposing total. And the Crows are going to have to score 232 runs at 11.6.
They've got it in them.
They started well too. Rosie was really good early. Trav Boak was brilliant. You expect Head and Nielsen to play as well as they do, being first-class cricketers, but Cleary wasn't the worst. Salt, we know, and then Hartlett showed a bit too. Rashid Khan again, even amongst all of that carnage. 2 for 11 from his 3.
Manages to do it. Little 100k wronging to rip through Sarah Lowe, and probably one of the better stumpings you'll see from any wicketkeeper in this summer from Matt Crouch.
It was great because it went between bat and pad. And it turned and bounced.
All right, the Country Fire Service Foundation has announced that they've released a song called Let's Stand Together as a tribute to the amazing work done by the CFS volunteers. Let's Stand Together, written to raise awareness for the foundation and the volunteers it supports. And the video clip features CFS volunteers with John Swanee, on lead vocals.
Kangaroo Island is much, much larger than many people anticipate. We've still got half of the island untouched.
The wild, rustic, you're on the edge of the earth feeling is still here.
If you want to help the Adelaide Hills recover, it's not going to be a short recovery. It's going to be a very long-term recovery.
I would really love people to support our region, come up especially to the impacted areas.
Most of the cellar doors and vineyards that have been impacted are actually open for business already and open pretty quickly after the fires.
You'll see small portions of devastation and you'll see large areas as beautiful as ever.
One of the best ways to support us as a community is to come here, enjoy it, go back, tell your friends.
Experience the culture, experience the locals.
The most amazing thing is to see the recovery process.
Right now, with the fires gone through, we've still got over 2,000 square kilometres of Kangaroo Island, where there's wilderness, where there's wildlife.
We have 13 staff that rely on us to be able to open, so we do need to try and get tourism here as much as we can.
Often one person might be working on the farm and the other one may be working in a tourism-related industry.
The amount of people that are employed by it and the on-flow of that is huge.
Purchase something from a local producer.
Wine, cheese, apples on the side of the road.
You're supporting local, they support you.
It's been like this community hug.
And the community and the businesses need you like ever before.
So everybody needs to just come up to the hills and see what's here.
Come and see us. You know, that's the most important thing you can do.
Well, tourism absolutely vital for these regional communities, Bluey. They've been in really, really tough times. And hashtag book them out. Grab some friends, get to the hills, get to Kangaroo Island, because every dollar you spend is certainly going to make a huge difference.
Yeah, I'm just wrapped with the response. I love our state, those regions. I've got a great connection with the Adelaide Hills. My mother grew up there, and we've got some great friends on Kangaroo Island. So you're not going to get more beautiful places than that. And the people in those areas are doing it tough, aren't they?
Now, Bluey, of course, we didn't know what we were going to get coming here today, but what we got was a Port Adelaide lineup with Travis Boat getting together with Connor Rosie, and they just ran an absolute muck to get things started.
231 runs. That has to be some sort of record here at the Adelaide Oval, and Connor Rosie and Travis Boat got them off to a real flyer. Travis Boat was so impressive. Just doing it easy, and then guess who got the first breakthrough? Rashid Khan coming in and doing the damage, got rid of Connor Rosie, went to do a little lap, and then Rashid Khan again into the action, getting rid of the dangerous Travis Boat with a nice little run out there. But the runs kept coming, and a pretty good catch there to Rory Sloane. Some highlights all around though, Soda.
We saw some great work from Tommy Cleary, the big defender. And what about Travis Head? Just a nice little cameo with 4 sixes of his first 4 balls was amazing.
Yeah, well, I played golf with Travis this morning. He said, how do I go about it? I said, mate, just get on with it. Get if they're, chucking up some rubbish, get on, hit it over the fence, and that's exactly what he did. So nice little cameo there from Travis Head. I reckon he was trying to hit that straight up in the air so Tex could maybe take underneath the sky, but it just got over the rope.
Bluey, 231, that is a huge total, isn't it?
That's going to take some chasing down. 231, that is a lot of runs in T20 cricket.
Right, we've got a couple of men joining us now. They've got their Crows outfit and their Port Adelaide outfit, Sam Mateer and also Luke Truartha. Now, Sam, you're from Burnside CFS, Luke from Aldinga Bay, and both of you gents have been involved in fighting these fires. Sam, where have you been over the last few weeks?
Yeah, last few weeks, Cuddly Creek. A couple of months ago, we did a New South Wales deployment, but mainly Cuddly Creek for me.
One thing I've been amazed by is the resilience and the community support of everyone helping each other, particularly the most vulnerable people actually working together.
Yep, that's right. It's sad it takes an event like this to see it, but my parents are up there, so I was up there a lot, and just the community spirit and the meetings and everyone getting around each other, it's been incredible. You're right.
And Luke, just tell us through your experiences over the last month or so.
Yeah, similar to Sam, it's been very busy. We've done a couple of stints over on Kangaroo Island, being close to us. But as Soda said, and touched on, the community spirit's been unreal. We've been really reached out to by all the community. The guys on the ground have done a brilliant job, and obviously this rain's been really good. So.
And you had the army over there as well on Kangaroo Island. Everyone seems to be rallying together.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it's an absolute team effort. There's been the army involved. We've done a stint over Interstate. Interstate will help us out at some point. It's a great part of being Australian.
Sammy, I think on behalf of all of us, everyone in South Australia, and I know there are people, you've been to New South Wales and that as well, everyone around Australia, for you and your colleagues, the guys and the girls, we just say from, our heartfelt thank you to all of you, because you guys are absolute stars. So thank you so much for doing what you've done over the past, 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, appreciate it. And we're just the faces today. There's plenty of people out in the crowd, plenty of fireys. So the thanks is all for them. We're just the face today.
Good on you, boys. Enjoy your experience too with the 2 clubs.
Yeah, that's right.
Which would be fantastic.
It's been awesome.
Bluey, let's have a look at the tally now. This is quite remarkable. $685,000, 213 to halftime.
No, that is brilliant. Before the first ball, it was over $500,000. So another, $180,000 that we've raised since the start of the game. So, fantastic. Well done, SA.
And a huge crowd in here. We know that the South Australian community get together and, really support each other in times of need. We've got the Premier, Stephen Marshall, joining us with the Port Adelaide kit on there, no doubt at all.
Power.
Stephen, look at this crowd.
It's absolutely fantastic. The people of Kangaroo Island and Cuddly Creek really said, we really need your support, and South Australia has responded. A huge crowd here today, and I reckon they're having a fantastic afternoon.
Stephen, in times like this, we're doing it tough, and you would have been to those regions, spoken to all the locals. You must be really proud of our whole state now that we're sort of rallying and getting behind the people that need it.
Well, you're 100% right. The toughest of times bring out the best in Australian character, and that's exactly what we've seen. Everybody is really getting behind this. I've been overwhelmed by the generosity. I've got to say, I feel very proud to be the Premier of South Australia at this time when people are giving so generously. A lot of hurt out there, huge amount of hurt, and people realise that. They see it on the television, they see it in the paper, but they're responding, and I couldn't be prouder.
Stephen, I think more than $4 million so far has been raised into the State Relief Fund. Just give us an idea, 100% of that money is going directly to where it needs to go?
Yeah, look, the importance of setting up the State Emergency Relief Fund can't be understated. Basically what it does is it allocates that money directly to people who have been affected in a prioritised way. And it's absolutely fantastic mechanism. We've used it previously with other fires like Pioneer Inn, Samson Flat, and people can be assured if they're donating money, it's going to go to exactly and precisely where it's needed. So
Fantastic. And I've just heard in my ear, Steve, you'll be happy to know more than 34,000 people
that's fantastic.
are here in the stadium, which is absolutely sensational. Right, your team has made 231. Bluey, can the Crows get 232?
Oh, I think they can. They got some dangerous hitters in their side, but everything's going to have to go right for them.
Fantastic. Right, we're going to see the Crows run chase come out next, Stephen. Thanks so much for joining us. Absolutely great to have you on board. Crows coming up next, 232 to get.
Well, a mammoth task is in front of the Adelaide Footy Club here at the Adelaide Oval. 232 to win at 11 and a half and over, awaiting Matt and Brad Crouch. We see them stride out to the middle, and Jason Gillespie, Matt and Brad Crouch, a bit of Steve and Mark war about each one. Which one is Mark and which one's Steve?
Can I answer after watching a couple of deliveries? Because we know Steve and Mark Waugh won. Steve was very much an offside player. Mark Waugh was brilliant through the leg side, so I'll be interested to see which of the Crouch brothers play that way. Mammoth task, though, Theo, you know, when you look up, you see you need 232 to win at nearly 2 runs of ball from the start of the innings. It's hard work.
It's going to be Kane Farrell from the city end to open the innings for Port Adelaide. Brad takes advantage of his free hit and plops it just over the top to get the Crows away and racing. Nice little free hit to start, Diz.
Oh.
Can't get out first ball.
Yeah.
They used to play a fair bit in the backyard, these two. Taped up tennis ball was a must, as it was. What did you do?
Yeah, we used to play on the driveway and couldn't get out first ball, taped up tennis ball, even undo a paper clip. And so we see a quick single there. Undid a paper clip and then put that around the seam and taped that on, so the tennis ball had a little bit of a seam, so it swung, but also could nip off the paper clip.
We used to use green garden wire that you'd stake your plants to in the garden. We'd wrap that around and reinforce that with a bit of tape.
That sounds like a much better idea than mine.
Matt Crouch, free hit first ball. Well bowled by Farrell. Just snuck one under.
Yeah, very full, just swung away in the right-handed Matt Crouch. Very full.
A little bit of shape
that was
for Farrell. Just get the feeling Port Adelaide taking this slightly more serious than the Crows did at the start of their innings before having to reel things in the back end. 232 to win. Stunning day so far, Diz. In excess of $650,000 raised for the state's bushfire appeal. We heard from the Premier during the break. We've had stars from home and away, and some cricketers have come from, well, around the country to play in your team and around the world to play in your team, and now putting on a show for a very strong Adelaide Oval crowd for a wonderful cause. And there goes Crouch. No third man's a curious one in these sorts of games. He gets a boundary and he's away. The Crows.
You think third man would be a pretty important position, certainly in one of these games. But yeah, look, thickish outside edge there. Short boundary down there, third man. Matt Crouch is away, 4 off 3 balls.
So far, he's looked more like Steve.
Yes.
Brad's more like Mark. Soda's welcome. You had a chat with the Premier. He seemed pretty chuffed.
Absolutely. I've got to say, boys, the atmosphere down there, 34,000, is just electric. These two boys can play a bit, Diz.
Yeah, they certainly can. We were just comparing, Soda, Theo and I, about...
Dot ball to win the over, none for 7. So none for 7 off 1, the Crows. It's going to be a very familiar face, Diz, from the northern end, as we see up on the screen. Adelaide Oval crowd.
34,219. How good is that?
Super number. It's going to be Chat Sayers bowling his slow medium pace from the northern end. Sorry, that's unkind. That's unkind to all the medium paces.
Having a ping there. Hamish Hartlett is on the mic. Hamish, how are you travelling so far? It's a big total, you've said.
Yeah, we've put a few on the board, which has been nice. Good start. So
going to be difficult, I think, for the Crows boys to chase them down, but we're making a good game of it anyway, and they look pretty handy, the Crouch boys, with the bat, so it's been good.
Hamish, Travis spoke to us. He set things going early with some big sixes and the 44 that he did hit before you ran him out.
I know, he was just starting to hit him really crisply, wasn't he? But apparently he was having a chat to you boys at the time. You held him up. He wasn't backing up because he was yarning to the commentary team, but no, he hits a pretty clean ball. He actually bowls pretty quick too, but he's got a bit of a shoulder issue at the moment, so he won't be bowling today.
Well played, Hammer. It's never your fault. Hey, was there a sense of appreciation for just how well and how far some of these first-class guys can hit the ball? Obviously, you're an accomplished cricketer yourself, but was it good to see him up close?
No doubt. You know, we were sort of scratching around a bit, especially early on in our innings, but you know, guys like obviously Hetty showed the way, but Harry Nielsen as well. Just able to clear the ropes so easily, and they make it look so effortless. But I think the sticks that they're using are pretty incredible too. But it's good to watch close up, that's for sure.
You boys held your own though, didn't they? Soda, they were good, the Port boys.
Absolutely. Hamish, a bit of talk that you wanted to get behind the stumps. The club wouldn't let you though. They're worried about your fingers and your hamstrings, so you've had to hand it over.
I think I've been given the all clear, so I might throw them on sort of maybe halfway through, like Matty Crouch did. I was pretty happy with his work as well. That stumping was very clean. So
very crisp.
Hopefully, yeah, back half of the innings, where it's the last sort of 5 or 10 overs, we'll throw them on and see how we go.
Hamish, are you having a bowl at all today?
Well, I asked TJ just before, have we got any tweakers in our team? He said, yeah, you. So that's news to me. So I think I'm going to bowl some offies at some point in time, but I think I'm only getting the one over, which is plenty.
Matty Crouch.
That's a good shot.
Puts that one down. He's played some good cricket. Both these Crouch boys going along nicely right now. None for 14 off 2 overs in the run chase for the Crows. The crowd getting into things here, and why wouldn't you? 34,000 plus at the Adelaide Oval for the T20 Bushfire Showdown. And a huge thank you to West End, who've been wonderful supporters of cricket and football in this state for many, many years. Again today, they are a significant supporter of this event. This event right now is seeing Adelaide going at 7 and over, so they haven't lost a wicket yet, but geez, Port Adelaide were going at 11 and a half, so there is a lot of work to do, Diz.
Yeah, over 2 runs a ball now, 218 off 108. Bridge too far, he thinks.
Oh, you've called it.
Yeah.
Well, you put the curse on him, Diz. The first wicket's fallen. Chad Sayers, with the world's most smallest hands, he's taken an absolute ripper in what was a bit of a deep gully. So well played. Brad Crouch goes. The Crows, the first blow for Port Adelaide. Farrell strikes, 1 for 14. Just tried to run one down past him.
It did. It was a good catch, good moving by Chaddy Sayers there. Nice little catch to his left. Or more in front of him to the left, was it? Yeah, well, moved well.
Bit stiff there, Brad.
Certainly put the mockers on him, Diz. He's going now for 5 off his 7. So brother Matt still stays in there, the 2 best and fairest. 9 off 6 ball. Matt. Now, Paul Seatsman comes in. He's a talented footballer. We know he played some great footy at Collingwood. He's 49 games before he came here, but he's a pretty good golfer as well, this boy. He's playing off 10 at the moment. He should be a lot less, but he plays his golf with Tom Lynch and the Crouch brothers, who normally bring him down a bit to their level. So he's sort of stuck on 10 at the moment.
Right. Need some new company. If he can hit a cricket ball like he does a golf ball, Soda, how do you call the game over in the second over?
Yeah, well, there's one bloke here that
you were watching last night. You should know the game's never over.
Yeah, very true.
Oh. There's only one bloke sitting up here that's made 200 for Australia.
Fact. Right.
So if he's going to call the game, I'll tell you what, if you're listening at home, we love you, Diz, but you're just gone a little early again. Because what time did you call it last night when you were 3 for 115 before Alex Carey went for the quick single?
No, I didn't call anything. It's, as I said, it's never over till it's over. But I'm looking at this, more than 2 runs a ball, hard ask.
Well, Matty Crouch can hear us. I think he's just pinched a single. Crouchy, you got us there, mate?
Yeah, got you.
Dizzy's just said it's game over. You're no chance. What do you reckon?
No, I reckon we're still a show. There are a few in the sheds, but it's going to be a big chase, I reckon.
Yeah, we're going to have to get Carey in at number 5. Weatherald as well, Soda. He can belt.
Yeah, Weatherald can bat. You get to use a bit of a spare man, a wild card, Crouchy, too, you guys, if you need it, don't you?
We've got that up our sleeve.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. That's a Steve Waugh square drive, Diz.
That is very much Steve Waugh-esque. On that Crouch there.
Did you get that one, Crouchy?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm a bit rusty at the moment. I'm not seeing him that well, but They've got a few up on the offside, so I'm trying to get them through there at the moment. We'll see how we go.
When's the last time you played a game of cricket?
I've played a couple of 2020s for PAC, but I reckon this will be my highest score I'm on now, so I haven't gone that well.
13 off 7 you are, Matty.
Oh.
Where'd that one?
Yeah.
That hurt a little bit.
I didn't wear any thigh pad and it's got me right.
How's Matty Nick's going to go tomorrow when you tell him you can't run because you got a corky?
Yeah, he won't be happy with me. I don't think he wanted me to keep, but I snuck in for 10 overs.
Hey, we'll have to get you to talk us through that stumping too.
No! Oh.
5 hits. Oh, no. Farrell. Wow. Crouchy, no good.
Yeah, he slipped over. I don't think there was ever a run there. I reckon later on he might try and get into me and tell me I'll burn him, but he's got spikes on too. I don't know what happened. I'm not that quick hammer. I'm never going to make it.
Have a look at that. Well, the call was loud and it was clear and it was get back. But Paul Seedsman is gone. 2 for 20 with 3 overs gone.
Cheers, guys.
Well, my career claim to fame was actually having a net session growing up, trying to play some serious cricket. James Pattinson, the Aussie fast bowler, actually shattered my box in the middle of a net session. So and that was done. That was when I was done with cricket. I knew footy was the path I wanted to go down.
We can say there is a happy ending to that situation. Tom is a father of 3 and he loves his cricket. His dad, Andrew, is a legend of the St Kilda District Cricket Club, as Tom's at the non-strikers end. His grandfather, Norm, also a legend of the St Kilda Cricket Club. But his dad, Andrew, is the current chairman of selectors of the Bushrangers, Diz, and has actually guided them to 4 shields.
Yeah, no, they've done very well, Victoria, over the recent past.
Sickening, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hard as a South Australian to actually say that.
Lynchy played state cricket up to under 15s. Oh, he told us he was a batsman. I think he's a liar.
Woodcock's just bowled an out of the back of the hand slower ball for Lynch's first ball, which was a free hit.
It's well bowled, that.
Talk about spirit of the game, Diz.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
What, bowling a slower ball?
Free hit first ball.
It just sat up.
And he
should have
rolls
put
it over.
Should have run 15 rows back.
He's got to dish up on a length, I think, Woodcock.
Didn't quite middle it, Lynchy, but gets a run. Best mate, James Pattinson. The boys at Haileybury College together. So, look, he knows his cricket, Tom. Big things are expected of him. There's a lot of pressure on him because he pretty much stood up to Rory, Tex, all those guys at the club, and he said, look, if we're playing cricket, I have to be captain. So he's got to perform.
Well, 12 and over is looking a long way away.
Oh, it's
slow start.
Nudging 13 now.
He's got to get their eye in. That's all right. Power play, still got a bit to go. Some firepower in the shed. Crouchy looking settled, 16 off 10. Lynch just come to the wicket.
That's 4.
And there's 4 of them. Right, trying to loosen the shackles a bit.
It's actually a very good shot, Tom Lynch.
Bit of balance off the back foot.
Lent on it. He shimmy down the wicket too. Just
got it behind square. There we go. Bit of Damien Martin about that.
Oh, very Damien Martin-esque. To be fair, not a bad player to emulate, I would have thought.
One of the all-times.
Some confidence about Tom now, just getting down the wicket there to Boyd Woodcock. 4 overs down. Crows 2 for 27. Crows chasing a big total. They need 232 to win, and a huge thank you to OTR, who are significant supporters of this event. They have been contributing to the community through their OTR Give program. And today, a little wide. Today, another great day that OTR have jumped on board to support us. That one from Dan Houston, just a little down leg side. Dan Houston has come in as a late inclusion. Next in, oh, there's Tex. He really needs to...
Oh, he'd be nervous, wouldn't he?
He needs to show something as Crouch crunches that away into covers.
Dan Houston is legitimately wearing his circuit shoes as he approaches the crease here.
He is Dan Houston.
It's a late call-up. He's got the black Asics on.
Late call-up for Todd Marshall, who's a big off-spinner. Have a look at these shoes. Oh. Let's head down to Amelia with Bridget Patterson.
Thanks, Soda. Yep, we are with Bridget Patterson from the Strikers today. You're with the Crows. Bridge, I bet you didn't think you'd be doing such a chase.
No, I didn't. The top 2, 3 of the power definitely didn't expect them to come out and hit them like that. But hopefully...
I don't know if they did either.
No. I was saying to a couple of boys out there, maybe Boki might end up with a Big Bash contract next year. But, yeah, hopefully we can get a partnership together to try and make it a little bit of a closer chase.
Who do you like the look of in the Crows? You've obviously been training a little bit together.
Who do we have to come? The captain might have to step up. Yep. Same with Tex here. But, yeah, obviously these two are getting going maybe a little bit here. So... we'll see what happens.
Now, obviously, we're all here for the Bushfire appeal, and you've got a personal connection to it. You're from Emu Bay on KI. How does this feel to be out here and see such a crowd?
Yeah, I think it's great. It's great what the Crows Power and the Saka have put together here, and it's amazing how the Power and the Crows have obviously embraced the challenge, and all proceeds from this game go towards Kangaroo Island and Cuddly Creek, so it's amazing what everyone's been able to do for the fires that are around Australia at the moment.
I think the total we've got at the moment is 685,000, probably a bit higher. That must be, you're pretty stoked you guys have come out here and pulled this all together.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. I wasn't really sure what was going to be made of today, but that's amazing to hear that amount of money has been raised.
Well, thank you so much, Bridget Patterson. We'll let you go and broker some partnerships. I think you guys might need it.
No worries, thanks.
Well, Dan Houston just pops it up there. Matty Crouch picks the gap. Is it going to get through? Oh, nice teamwork there. Kind of Rosie. I thought he was going to flick it through, but does it all himself.
He's had a ripping day, Rosie. Been fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, struck him nicely, didn't he?
A Big Bash contract for Travis Boak. Yes, no?
I'm not sure we've got anyone left, any spots on our list to offer, unfortunately. But it's certainly come into consideration.
Very diplomatic, Diz. They're going for a quick single. The throw. This is Tommy Lynch.
Oh, extras.
Was under pressure. They're going to get another one here. Oh. And Connor Rosie's had to go to the other end of the ground to do his work as well. He's all over the place at the moment. 2 for 37, 5 overs down. The fans enjoying themselves today. It is a sensational afternoon here in Adelaide. 34,000 plus here for our T20 Bushfire Showdown. And fans of all ages having a wonderful time. Boyd Woodcock comes in as the ball's just hammered by Lynch. Just ticks the runs over to 7 for him. Matty Crouch batting pretty well, Dizzy, 23 or 15.
He's looking strong, very, as we spoke about with Theo, but Steve Orr-esque, but very strong to the offside. He's played some nice shots, 23 or 15. They need a few more from him though, one senses.
Time to put the foot down, I think. Mid-on and mid-off, both inside the circle for Crouch. And there he goes, gets a short one, gets a bit of a sniff and says, don't worry about that.
Don't bother with that short stuff.
Not when you're 5 for 5, Boyd Woodcock. Oh. Sliding straight in. He was walking at him. Walking pull shot.
Straight into the wheelhouse, that. Beautiful.
It's a good bit of skill there. He laughs off. He knows how good that was.
Just running touch shy of 8 and over.
So you were saying earlier, you sensed a bit of nervousness among the footballers before play.
There's no doubt. We were out having a look at them in the nets, and they were packing themselves more than a football game. Woodcock out the back of the hand and a quick single there, but Diz, you could really sense that sort of, I think, real edge of wanting to perform. Yep. And when you look at guys like Tom Lynch, the Crouch brothers, have all played some pretty significant cricket in their lives. You know, it's the old Alex Carey, you know, make the choice, cricket, footy. Well, definitively, we're going to find out today whether Tom Lynch should have chosen cricket or footy. You know, with Trav Boak, we could say, well, you know, he made a fantastic decision, but down leg side, we've seen with Trav Boak, maybe there were, you know, honours at a higher level if he had concentrated just on the cricket.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because, you know, no doubt footballers play a lot of cricket and other sports. And, you know, I think as kids growing up, we fancy ourselves a number of sports. And I know cricketers, a lot of the lads fancy themselves with the Sherrin. There's no doubt about that. Yep. They bring the footies out at training quite regularly.
Lynch hammers that down. On that note, Diz, were you a big centre-half back, long and lean, or were you doing the ruck work with some nice, deft palm work?
I had a big growth spurt from. I ended up playing soccer throughout my young, and then basketball, and I had a growth spurt between year 9 and 10. I was one of the shortest in the class, and I became the tallest. Came back from Christmas break, so I had this big growth spurt. So all of a sudden, I was playing guard for the basketball team, and then I was coming back playing.
Oh,
forward.
shot! Beautiful shot. Sorry to cut you off there.
No,
keep going. Basketball stories of.
I want to know what you have for Christmas lunch if you've jumped up over a couple of weeks.
6'6". Crouch just gets a full bunger and laces that straight past the circuit-wearing wheels of Houston.
Time the ears off that.
Couldn't get any traction on that. No. Righto, well now a bit of a run on. 13 and over, it's getting up near, Diz. Any memorable games on the basketball court, on the hardwood?
No, I wasn't very good, I must say. The enthusiasm was there, Theo, but that's about it.
6 overs gone. Power play done for the Crows. 2 for 50. So the power play complete for the Crows. Bit of work to do, boys, up here. They chasing now 13 and over, up from the original 11 and a half. Matt Crouch has done well, 33 off getting going. One thing we haven't seen yet, boys, is a ball sail into the crowd. Need a few maximums.
Need a few, as we see Sarah Lowe coming into the bowling crease for Port Adelaide.
And this isn't going to get any easier for Maddie Crouch. Sarah Lowe averaged 8 with the ball for Kensington last year. She is a star, played for South Australia. She's got all the skills in the bag, so this will not be easy for Matt Crouch. Well, she's got to get her radar right first, and then it'll be a little bit harder for Matt Crouch.
Leg side. She's a double threat, though. Played some lacrosse for Australia as well. Matty Crouch, have you got the mic open there?
Yep, got you, boys.
How you going, mate? You look like you're settling in well. 33 off 19. You getting your eye in?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm trying to clear the pickets, but I just can't seem to get them. Yeah, I reckon Lynchy's size one up pretty soon, so I'll try here to try and get one over the rope and see how we go.
Crouchy, can you just predetermine your shot here just before Sarah starts her run up? What are you going to do with this ball,
I reckon they got the field up on the offside, so I might give myself some room and see if I can get over there.
All right, step away now.
He does.
Oh, I didn't get it.
It's a lovely single, Matt.
Yeah, we don't need them though, do we? She bowls well though, doesn't she?
Yeah, Sarah's got a few skills.
Yeah.
Where's Lynchy going to go?
I think cow corner's Lynchy's go.
Righto.
We had a net session the other week and he was hitting them well there, so watch out. Oh, he's going very tame.
You guys know it's a 2020, don't you?
Yeah, we're trying our best. We'll get one away here.
So what are you looking for? Just a bit of length or a bit of pace, or?
Yeah, a bit of length so I can get under it. I can't seem to get under it at the moment, so if I can get under one, I might have to keep my head down. I think that's the issue.
Maybe bat deeper in your crease, mate.
All right, advice taken.
Give yourself a bit of room.
Got it.
Oh, he got it. It's going to plug. Jeez. Picks up another 2, Crouchy. If you got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you got it, Matt, it would have been in the Torrens if you had really got it, let's be honest.
You got any suggestions for me up there? What do you reckon? Cow corner, I reckon, to go now.
Crouchy, I reckon just go a little bit deeper in your crease.
Yep.
And try and get that length that you're after so you can get underneath it.
Right.
Big one wood here, Crouchy.
Yep. They're not going to touch that.
Farrell underneath it.
Oh.
Takes an easy one. Doesn't work out for Crouch. Lowe takes a pole. The Crows in a bit of extra strife. The third goes Crouchy a bit too far.
Yeah, no, I was targeting that mid-wicket boundary, but just couldn't get it.
No, you had to go.
Anyway, we've got Alex Carey coming in now, so he's a replacement. He'll be able to clear a couple.
Yeah, he can play a little bit, can't he?
Yeah, he can. He's a good player. Good on, mate. So, good fun anyway. Enjoyed it.
He looked the part. That's it.
Well batted, mate.
Thanks, boys.
There you go, Crouchy. Matthew Variety, 36 off 22 balls. Crows 3 for 58. 1 ball left in this Sarah Lowe over. And, well, Alex Carey. Now, Des, you would have been sitting comfortably 3 for 115 last night. Alex went for a quick single and Gee, he was looking good too when he took off.
Took on the oldest bloke on the park.
Yeah, mate, he was looking good. We had that under control at that time. You know, him and John Wells were just developing that partnership. And look, unfortunately that happened. Ferg threw the stumps down, and that started the wickets, I suppose. Yeah, it was disappointing, but look, we've got to learn from that and move on.
Oh, Tom Lynch just keeping the strike away from Alex Carey. Good on you, Tom. Hogging it as we'd expect from you as usual. 7 overs down, 3 for 59. The beautiful city of Adelaide. Sensational day today, fantastic weather, 22, and there was a huge crowd here watching Dan Houston about to do some of his very fine work in the black wheels. I think they look like basketball boots, Dan, that he's got on there. But a huge thank you also to People's Choice Credit Union, big supporters of this event. Dan just lets one go. T20 Bushfire Showdown. And it's just, Des, you've got to look out here now at the Adelaide Oval, and we all love this ground because even with the redevelopment, with the beautiful tradition of the hill, and there's people everywhere. It's a sunny day, and it is a super cause.
It is certainly a super cause. It's look, it's quite makes me as South Australian quite proud to see all our fellow South Aussies coming out here and supporting this game. You know, and raising much needed money for, you know, people that have been affected by the fires. It's been brilliant.
Tom Lynch just getting a single. I'm surprised he can call Alex Carey back for 2 just so he could keep him off the strike.
Or just say no, take the dot ball and keep the strike. All right, well, Carey's got a free hit this first ball, and I don't reckon, Diz, after last night, I mean, probably one of the world's most unlucky blokes getting run out by a 44-year-old Callum Ferguson. It was a miracle he was actually paying attention when the ball was hit to him.
Let's hope he puts this one in the Queen's head.
Right, well, that's not bad. That's good enough. Gets off the mark with a boundary.
I needed that boundary for sure. Still 167 off 75 balls, boys. Gonna need a few more of those.
I don't think it's a stretch to say that this man's the hope for the Crows.
It's not a stretch at all to say that. Well, it's still got Jakey Weatherald in the shed too.
Diz, how long do we have to wait before we see Alex Carey with a baggy green, do you reckon?
Well, I mean, look, I think let's be honest. I think Tim Payne has done an amazing job. You know, and like, everyone talks about the great job he's done as captain of Australia, and look, no one questions that. I think he's been absolutely brilliant, but you don't notice him behind the stumps, and that for me is you know, really telling that he's just cracking on and getting his job done with a minimum of fuss. He's a fine keeper. He's been a fine leader. You know, I think Payne will be there for a little while longer, and I think it's a good opportunity for Alex to continue to learn and develop his game and look to improve and, you know, be ready if that opportunity arises.
Cleary. Lynch with a big swing. Got his way through and picks up a boundary. So Tom Lynch just ticking over nicely. 17 runs off 13 balls. 71 now the Crows. Still needing the 13, and the Mexican wave's up too, which is great. The crowd's into it.
Going strong.
As Lynch rather unorthodoxly finds the boundary.
Kez comes back for an easy 2. Gee, Lynchy wouldn't look out of place if the game went for a couple of days. He's got to get on with it. 8 overs gone, 3 for 73. So a big task ahead of Adelaide. Lynch, the man in. Carey just come to the crease. The Mexican wave in full rotation around the Adelaide Oval. The 35,000 strong crowd absolutely loving it as Sarah Lowe comes in again from the city end. Tidy first over from Lowe. Picked up 1 wicket just for 7. And the Crows need 13 and a half and over. 7 is very good. Carey punches down the ground.
She's bowled nicely, Sarah.
She's got some tricks, Diz.
Yeah. A couple of changes of pace. She's bowled full.
Said Alex say then, I was just a little nervous there. Just wanted to see that ball from her to work out what to do with it. But Tom Lynch just looking around, he was moments ago about where he's going to hit it, which was really just a little bit of hope. He's been optimistic.
Right, so he's done the right thing, but he's trying to get Kez on strike. Or is he's just trying to stay not out, really? Just trying to preserve his reading?
Well, we could tell just during that over break there that Carey did say to him, Tom, you need to start giving me the strike because there's only one way we're going to win this match and it's probably not going to be you.
Diz, would you ever advocate sort of running a bloke out if he was struggling? Get Weatherald in at the crease?
Particularly in a situation like this, possibly, yes.
Or they take on Farrell. It's just gone.
Oh, no.
I don't think
the ball.
I don't think Sarah Lowe contained that.
See, that was exactly what you were talking about. Carey was trying to run Lynchy out and get Weatherald in there. Didn't work.
Well, he's turned for the second Lynchy, so the speed wouldn't be his strong suit.
Oh, he's deceptively quick, Lynchy. Very, very quick off his first couple. You could ask any AFL defender that.
Yep. Still yet to clear the fence, the Crows.
Yeah, we saw some very nice work from Travis Pogue. I think 3 sixes.
Didn't he play well?
Look at Travis Head's first 4 balls were bang, 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 bang.
Didn't he play well in 2?
Let's see what Lynchy can do.
Oh, there he goes.
There it is.
That's a monster.
He's wide into the broadcast, Tom Lynch. He said, stop talking about me not hitting boundaries. Have a look at this one.
Well, Matty Crouch said he would go cow corner when he goes, and didn't he just do that? Got a bit of length from low.
That's a really nice shot.
That is a cracker.
That's gone a long way back. That's gone a dozen rows back.
That's a legitimate 6 everywhere.
That is a legitimate 6. Exactly right.
He'll be feeling pretty good now, Tom, because he was very, very nervous. He's now putting some respect into his score. And
response from low.
He's going to go for 2. You're going to have to be quick. They get there nicely. End of the 9, 3-4, 86. The Adelaide Oval, the northern end, the Cathedral, heritage-listed grandstand, sensational venue. And a big thank you. Many, many supporters have brought today together. NEP providing the broadcast for today's game has put together in about 3 weeks. This match would normally take a couple of months at least to get a broadcast together as Alex Carey just punishes the ball straight back down the ground.
Well, that's the spark they needed there, Diz. I know you've already called the game over, but Tommy Jonas, the Port Adelaide captain, welcome to the crease. And Carey has just stood and delivered straight back down the ground. Gorgeous shot.
Lovely shot.
Has it got the legs? It has. Right, 10 in 2 balls. Here we go. The game isn't done.
The game is not done.
Talked about Alex Carey being the saviour. He was in very, very good form last night before a little running incident where he got himself out. He had 28 of 32. Then the collapse came. But, gee, we know he's an outstanding cricketer. Had a wonderful World Cup for Australia last year.
Australia's white ball vice-captain. Glenelg premiership player too, Diz. When he returned to the gloves.
When did Glenelg last win the premiership?
12-13.
Were you playing in that?
I was selected. Didn't do a great deal. But played alongside the great Alex Carey before he decided to go play for Australia and was too good for the rest of us.
Who was that victory over?
East Torrens.
Tom Lynch is just about strained a kidney. Be on the injury list. Crows be very, very nervous about that. He would have hurt something. Threw everything at it.
Would have gone down O'Connell Street.
Swung hard there. That's known as an SW. It's
but look at him. Oh. Just a little cross bat bunt. Gets a single. Wisely decides to get off strike. Last ball of this over. 3 for 98 at the moment. Alex Carey just coming into his own.
I'm sensing another boundary here.
You reckon he's going?
Cow corner.
Yep. Jonas just drop in a little bit short and steer him towards the scoreboard.
Down the ground. single. Carey pushes that 29, 10 of us done.
Some boys watching along. Work to do here for the Adelaide Crows. 133 needed off 60, but they have got the right man at the crease in Alex Carey. Theodoropoulos stays, and Greg Blewett wanders in. Nice to see you, Bluey.
Thanks, Bray. And, well, the Crows are up against it, but Alex Carey, I've just got a feeling, guys, and everyone home watching, Alex Carey might just put on a little masterclass here. 21 off 10. Very, very nice striker of the cricket ball. What he shouldn't do, Blue, is pay any respect to Chad Sayers bowling off 3 steps at 101 Ks. No, these are nasty little encounters because, you know, if Chaddy gets hold, Chaddy gets in, then he'll know all about it. Vice versa too. If Alex Carey gets hold of Chad, well, he's moved back a couple of steps. Chad, at least a couple of weeks of good ribbing. Chad wouldn't remind anyone of that, would he? Nah.
Amelia Mulcahy, down to you.
I've got Darren Lehman with me. Boof, you guys have quite a chase on your hands.
We have.
Changed the batting order at all? Taylor Walker out in the field, probably not what we had hoped.
That's a bit tough on Tex. Well, hopefully he's better than that with a bat. So they get that first free hit, first ball, so hopefully he can put that in the boundary. These two are doing a good job to get us back in the game.
So you won't move Weathers up or anything like that?
No, we're going to still split the cricketers up as such.
Okay.
Let the footballers go about it. See how we go.
Do you feel like we've got a good partnership going now?
We have now, yeah. The skipper's done really well. So, and Alex Carey, we know the class player he is, so it's good to see.
Yep, beautiful. Thanks, Boof. I'll let you get back to it.
The great D. Lehman.
Yes. Loving that beard too, isn't he? That's been around for a good couple of months now.
I'm not sure.
Not sure about it?
No. But he loves it.
No, he looks after it. Does the head, shaves the head.
Yes.
Then he shaves the top of the beard. It just starts off narrow at the top and then it just gets a little bit thicker. Manscaping there from the big Boof.
Talking to his beautiful wife, Whitey, she said, I've just given up on him. Aesthetically. Good striking.
6.
Did it get over the rope?
Yep.
They need plenty of them. 11 down, 3 for 112. There is Darren Lehman. New bearded look. He was never the front cover of GQ anyway. Let's be brutally honest, but trained right off. Alston Elliott Graphics, we need to thank Bluey, broadcasting today's graphics and scorecards. We thank them for all of their help with this amazing game. Hamish Hartlett.
Yes.
Now. The Greg Matthews bowling with the hat on.
Yep. I like it. The sun's out, so sun's smart.
Oh, no, he's bowling to Alex Carey too, and he's turning him over.
He's going to bowl some off spinners by the looks of it, and in his practice deliveries there had absolutely nothing on it.
No. This could go a long way. Ooh. Oh. Sliced backward a point. You're going to pick up a couple. Got him on mic too. Hamish Hartlett, are you hearing us?
G'day, fellas. How you going?
You're bowling one of the best hitters in world cricket.
I know. I reckon he might send me over the fence a couple of times as well. This could get him right back in the game, the Crows, this over, I reckon. That's not too bad. It's come out all right.
All right, I just want you to talk us through the next delivery.
Oh, mate.
Just let us know what you're trying to do, where you're landing it.
Oh, mate, it's anyone's guess, to be honest. It just comes out of the hand. Hopefully it lands on the pitch. If I can keep it to just a 6-ball over, that'd be nice, but who knows. No, outside off stump somewhere would be nice. Oh, no.
Got him.
Sorry, mate.
Travis Bokeng's on. You've got the big wicket.
Sorry, mate. That's a challenge. Yeah, all right. You got a spot for me? Oh, that's a disgrace.
Now they've got some problems.
Well done, man. Going well.
Well, we heard from Darren Lehman. There's another really good striker to come. Tex walked a stride into the crease, and unfortunately, Alex Carey, he was looking dangerous, wasn't he? It's a sharp catch. Yeah. Travis smacked at the point. 4 for 116.
Texan has got a lot of work to do to get himself back to level par in this game of cricket, because his effort in the field was, well, it was disgraceful.
What does he need, Jim?
Well, he needs, I think, at least 30 from, say, 12, with a couple of massive maximums. And he's not capable of that, Bluey. We played golf this morning with his former coach, Don Pike, who said he's no chance of clearing the fence, didn't
he? He was
scathing.
2 slips to an off spinner. Free hit. Oh.
Oh, no. He's just chunked that, hasn't he?
Hamish, does Tex know it's a free hit?
Yeah, I had a chat to him. I was going to try and help him out, but I've actually just thrown that one right at his toes, haven't I, accidentally? Never mind.
And he's got mid off.
Oh, he's missed that ball.
Beaten in flight, I reckon.
Bit of a guile.
Crikey. 4 from the over.
Get another slip in. Home.
Boyd. Third slip.
Oh, he's just tempting him. The hit against the spin through the offside.
He's humiliating the Tex.
What's Tex got?
Listen to the crowd.
That's garbage.
Oh, no! Run past a full toss. And a free hit now.
Oh, it's not been his day so far, the Texan. But now a bit of pressure off, boys. Free hit, he can do whatever he likes. Got 3 slips.
Well, don't come out of your crease, though.
On a leg spinner. Oh, no. He's missed that too. And an over that's just had everything. 417.
He's shaking his head.
Texas having a mare. sa.gov.au/T20 Showdown. Donate. Make sure you do. We ran into out the back, Bluey, Bernie Vince, Texas' best mate, best man at his wedding. In fact, joint best men, if you like, at each other's weddings. He said, I don't want to know about him. I'm embarrassed by his behaviour. Was Bernie's assessment of him?
Yeah. He's not proud of his best mate, is he? He's just... Well, look at this. Now, this is the matchup we want. There's been a lot of banter going on social media between these two. 3 slips in a gully.
It's off the mark, Tex. Have a listen to the roar of the crowd.
Oh, and he's going to get the overthrow. Not sure I like what I saw there, James. Just backing away a little bit.
A little bit of room.
Salutes the crowd. Tex after his couple. I'll tell you what Chad says as well, boys. As we see Tex just back away and chop it. Chad responsible for ruining Test cricket by nicking off A.B. de Villiers, and after that, he didn't play again.
Oh, and he's giving himself a heap of room. Hits it over the top of the keeper for a boundary.
Well, I think Chad Sayers will say that was a slower ball bouncer, but I reckon he gave that everything.
That's his stock ball.
That's his quicker bouncer.
Flown away. Chad's first test in Joburg, Blue, nicked off the great A.B. de Villiers in the first innings.
Didn't see him.
And de Villiers said, well, if this is the way Test cricket's going, I am going golf club only.
Hoiks that to long on. I tell you, they're needing close to a runner ball. In fact, beyond a runner ball. So, Jake Weatherall, we need out there, Bluey. Don't we?
Yeah, we do.
And one of these two boys, as good as they've been, to exit.
Well, Lynch, 37 off 22. He can stay.
Yep.
Tex.
Hit out or get out.
That's it. All right, here we go. Beach ball's just been put back into the crowd. They're pretty happy about that. So 1 delivery left in this Chad Sayers over. Tex Walker on strike. What's he take? He's taken 6 off of Chad Sayers. What's he got with this last delivery?
A slice behind point, I reckon, his best bet. Taylor hasn't quite got the timing to clear the fence leg side. It's hard to hit that.
Overdone. 4 for 126. 4 426. Brilliant from the Adelaide Oval to host today's event. One of the superb sporting venues in the world, the Adelaide Oval. Great to have their help with this game. Lynch gets a full toss and hits it straight to Phil Salt. So the wickets fall here for Adelaide, but it does get Jake Weatherald, I suspect, out into the middle.
Lay claim to a bit of a no ball call there, Blue, perhaps just over waist height, but given the run rate the boys are going at, I think it's in everyone's interest that we get a proper cricketer out here and move this game along. So Lynch goes 38 off 24. He did a pretty good job. It's 5 for 126.
Jake Weatherald out there, and we need a good slice of him. 15 and a half, an over required. He's got to get going quickly.
What do we need from Jake Weatherald, you reckon? We need 60 off about 20 balls.
Well, they're only 10 or so behind where Port Adelaide were at this stage of their batting innings, so they just need a strong finish. So Weatherald can get going. I'd be very interested to see whether Bush pulls the trigger on getting Rashid Khan in. He can whack him. Another free hit bunted for a single. I can't get my head around that one, Blue. Completely against the spirit of the game.
Well, Tex has got to provide us with something here. Oh, no.
He's yorked himself.
Where's he at?
He's come down the track to try and deliver a mighty blow over his head, and he's yorked himself. One more to the total.
Needs some momentum from somewhere. Tex just talking through it. That's ridiculous. That's a full bunger.
Hamish Hartlett is going to bowl 2 of the sloppiest overs of off-spin for less than 10 runs and take 2 poles.
He might just find this a tougher assignment.
He's done well.
Come on, boys, come on.
It's the end of an over, 530. 102 needed from 36 balls for the Adelaide Crows. Set a massive task. Port Adelaide 7 for 231. Unbelievably good batting performance. Mark Soderstrom, where are you?
Just down on the boundary line here with Chelsea Randall, of course, one of the co-captains of the AFLW team, Chelsea. Your boys just in a little bit of trouble now.
Yeah, just a little bit. Hopefully Tex can hit a ball here. Oh, he's done one. Hey!
There we go.
Hey. That's pretty brilliant. What timing.
Wow. Now, that was something that we didn't think was going to be happening because Tex was struggling a little bit, but you've called it. Chelsea needs to hit one. He's just spanked that out of the park.
That certainly was. I think it was just warming up there, so he's really gotten into the movement here, and hopefully we might see a second one, you reckon?
We'll have a look, Cleary. Oh, he's getting very comfortable now, Tex, as he just gets a single there. Now, Chelsea, tell us, of course, you hurt the knee, unfortunately, on the first night of pre-season. How's the operation gone?
Yeah, it's been 6 weeks post-op now, so it's been going really well, Soda. And, yeah, I'm on a stationary bike and hopefully, yeah, back running in a couple of 2 months, I'd say.
Now, how do you contain yourself? Because you're a maniac. You're as hard as a cat's head. You're one of the toughest footballers I've ever seen, male or female. As we get a couple of little runs down the side there, but how are you going just getting through your rehab? Because I know you want to be like a bull at a gate, don't you?
Yeah, it's something I'm probably a little bit impatient with, obviously, but one of those injuries, and a couple of my teammates have either had them before or going through the process, so leaning on them at the moment to help me through it.
Of course, we're going to see the AFLW live on 7 starting next weekend. How are the girls looking going into this season again?
It's so exciting. I can't believe we're back here again. So 1 more week, and yeah, we take on Brisbane Lions next weekend, which is I think it was a hit and a miss there.
Well, Chelsea, hey, good luck. I know you're going to be doing some assistant coaching with Andrew McLeod, looking after midfield. So you enjoy yourself in the coaches box. We look forward to seeing you back running soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Soda. Cheers.
Now he's going, Tex. Starting finally to get his eye in.
A couple of lusty blows. I tell you what, the one over mid-on was a decent hit. That would have been up around about 90 metres, I reckon. This one, not quite as far, but the same result. Starting to find the middle of the bat, Tex. Sloppy start, but he's got it to 22 off 13.
And don't worry about getting Weatherald on strike. Averages 30 in Big Bash cricket and strikes at about 140 in Texas, saying, oh, I've got this for now.
Well, he said he needed 30 from 15 with a couple of long drops to get himself back just to level pegging.
Oh, that's good.
So that's 3.
It's a one-wood.
And 28 from 14.
Righto, well, Dizzy called the game over in the second over, boys, while you blokes were out on the ground. Jason Gillespie said this game is finished. Tex has given it a pulse. We couldn't write him off just yet.
It's the step hit, Bluey.
Oh, that's a cracker.
That's nice.
Pass scores were even at this point, boys.
Quite get as much of that one. 15 gone, 553. $79 from 30, the requirement. Very, very talented hitter of a cricket ball, Jake Weatherald. Probably just needs some speed on, Blue.
Yeah, I've played quite a few of these games, James, and as you said, the slower the bowling, often it is harder to hit when you're used to, especially a lot quicker bowling. That hasn't even hit the cut stuff.
No.
So, yeah, Tex Walker's got going. He's 28 off 15. Weatherall just over a run of ball, but he really needs to ramp it up now. 5 overs to go.
So it's 2 sixes and over, bare minimum. And Weathers has to get his eye in here. He likes the leg side.
Hasn't got enough of that. And what about the catch? Connor Rosie! That's amazing.
What a talent this young man is. We know how good he is on the footy field, and he got some handy runs at the start of Port's innings. But look at the athleticism here. This is what, that is hit flat and hard. He runs in, full pelt, and just the angle of the shoulders to protect himself. That is special.
That's a stunning catch. Inches above the ground. No concern for what might happen to the shoulders there, Blue, going into the AFL season. That is an absolute perler. Weatherall gone for 5. So 6 for 154, and the hopes of the Crows just slightly diminishing. But
yes,
this man can do what few can with the bat.
Trying to work out which bat he's got there, because he, of course, uses the camel bat, James.
Yes.
Have you heard about that? Maybe.
That one with the little humps on the back?
Well, he's got 2 humps on the back. You can see out of the middle of the back of the bat, there's just a
scoop.
Yeah, a bit of a scoop. And his theory is, when he comes out the bat, that they either bowl Yorkers to him, so he wants a bit of extra meat down by the toe, or they go upstairs and they want to bowl short at him, so he wants a little bit of extra meat at the top half of the bat.
So none in the middle. How does he fare against
That's the theory.
5 Ks?
That's the theory, Theo.
He can hit him. He can absolutely hit him.
Just clocks that from a standing start. Over long off for 6.
That's a forehand smash. That's an unbelievable shot. Degree of difficulty there is enormous. No pace on the ball, no foot movement. Oh, it's a cut shot that's gone over mid-off. He is a marvel.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
That's going to land safe. He's hit that badly. Houston couldn't get to it.
Right, well, Texan, set a stage.
These 2 diverse partners in this partnership? Rashid Khan and Tex Walker. Rashid Khan out of Afghanistan. Tex out of Broken Hill.
Different upbringings,
Yep.
you're saying?
I'm thinking, yep.
Bold.
He's hit the chalk there, Schusto.
Yep, not quite a Yorker, but not far off.
I don't think Rashid would speak to people who spoke as slowly as Tex too often. End of the 16th, 6 for 163. They love Rashid Khan in this part of the world, and so they should. Been superb for the Adelaide strikers. Travis heading out while some finger spinners. Surely he targets the short boundary, Rashid.
Oh, I think he's shaped for that sweep shot of his, but just didn't quite get the length he wanted.
This time he does.
Oh, we need a replay of that one. There was a bit of recoil in that one, Theo.
A little bit of a helicopter follow through, Bluey. He got it just off a length. Trav just trying to hit the block hole. Looked it up, and he just fizzed it over mid-wicket.
Straight down the throat of Woodcock. It's all going the way of Port Adelaide.
Yeah, it certainly is. Not a bad catch there from Woodcock. He's shaking his hand. Those cricket balls are hard.
Another little whip, straight to him. That's a good catch. Trav Head didn't miss the opportunity either, standing in the middle of the wicket, giving Rashid Khan the Rashid Khan. Arms outstretched. Danger man gone.
Yeah, another blow for the Crows. 7 for 169.
Well, what did Tex Walker say halfway through that over? Give Rashid a bit of advice. What could the big fella have told Rash?
Bridget Patterson makes her way out. This is where we had him mic'd for the whole of the fielding debacle, Tex. We need him mic'd now just to hear those conversations, just to see what he could possibly be saying.
Look at the size difference between Tex and Bridget. Well, Bridget Patterson, very handy cricketer. Had a very good season with the Strikers. Chosen for an Australia A team as well.
Usually at the top of the order, Blue.
Yeah, not too far away from... normally bats number 4, I think, didn't she?
She in early in a couple of these Strikers games this year.
I reckon Travis Head's bowling with that $50 that you departed with this morning on the golf course.
Still weighing his pocket down. Disgraceful performance from him on the golf. I might nearly give that game away. Tex swings it nicely. One bounce. 7 for 174. Regardless of result, what a brilliant thing this has been. 30,000 plus, we understand, in the house, raising massive amounts of money for a very, very worthy cause and great entertainment along the way. Look at that. How good.
Yeah, it's been sensational, hasn't it? And myself and Soda's halfway through the telecast, spoke to a couple of the CFS volunteer fireys, and they were saying that a lot of their mates and the volunteer firefighters are in the crowd, so good day out for them. They've done it pretty tough, haven't they, over the last month or so?
Superheroes.
34,000 plus. Awesome. Oh, God, just off stump, just gone, ripped out of the ground.
Oh, bragging rights there from Tom Jonas.
Yeah.
Was there a little cartwheel there?
He put a target on his head during the week and said, Taylor is the one I want.
Oh, that's the Michael Holden.
Classic.
That's it.
Beautifully executed, Jonas.
Got to go, Tex. 32 he's made.
He got his par.
8 for 175.
Well, who's coming in next? Brodie Smith. I was hearing some of your commentary, James, and you weren't all that wrapped with his bowling action, so what's he got with the bat coming in at number 10?
Well, no Rory Sloane. he did declare that he wasn't going to be seen with bat in hand, didn't he? I don't want any part of it.
Love to know a tally, because about halfway through the game, we were up to nearly $700,000.
Brilliant. Going very nicely. Well, Brodie's got a ton in him, boys. His claim to fame is he's got to triple figures at some level. He didn't reveal exactly what level that was. And like most who have come out, completely neglects to connect with their free hit.
Well, that was just a little push through the offside. It's a free hit.
You've got to throw the sink, boys.
They've been completely outplayed, Bluey, your boys, haven't they? Port Adelaide, from the moment they strode to the crease, Boak and Rosie have dominated this game of cricket.
Got off to a good start, didn't they? Murphy and Walker opening the bowling for the Camry Crows. Where's that gone? That's, is it going to get there?
Yep.
Just. So off his third delivery, Brodie Smith, that was a thickish outside edge. But you're right, all the way through, they were able to score at will, weren't they? 13, 14s and over. Travis Head came in and hit.
Prepared better.
4 sixes off the first 4 balls that he faced.
Well, that's not bad.
That's good.
Rosie was in the third row signing autographs. He's actually meant to be 45 metres straighter on at deep cover, but he just couldn't be bothered, and Brodie Smith picked him out, 8 for 180.
2 overs remain, 52 needed. They need to clear the rope with regularity, Bluey.
Well, we've got to start thinking about a player of the match, don't we? Thoughts, Theo?
Well, it's hard to go past Connor Rosie, isn't it? He got us off to a flyer with Port Adelaide. He's taken a good grab. It's a shame he didn't bowl. He's got all the skills. Otherwise, Travis Boak's a contender.
Nice shot there. Bridge Patterson.
Don't think anyone from the Crows is going to trouble the presentation this afternoon.
No. That was nice by Bridget. Just going across to the offside and then down on one knee, sweeping it away to fine leg. No one down there.
Buff would be asking some serious questions of his team this afternoon, wouldn't he?
I wouldn't like to be in those change rooms.
How would they debrief?
Well, the Brisbane Heat had a couple of ordinary chases. And from my understanding, Darren Lehman was gave them a good old-fashioned spray on a couple of occasions. I reckon he needs to really hoe into the Crows here. This has not been up to scratch.
Bit of an honesty session.
Yep.
Well, given it's February, he'll have the esky to himself. There's a approach to see. Goes in the air and gets it over the rope. Great shot.
A few more of those, Blue. Just got a bit of length. Bridget hung back in her crease, a bit of pace on the ball and a beautiful follow-through with a beautiful connection. Sends it all the way, and Brodie Smith says, yep, you're going to have to do all the hard work because I can't.
Nice sound off the bat.
Again, this is the best batting we've seen in the innings.
Yes. Nice work, playing to her strengths. Like it.
It's not out of the question. Can we go to a super over, JB?
We can, but I don't think it's going to happen. They still need 36 from 8 balls. Clever batting. Race to 16 from 6 balls, 2 fours and a 6.
Harry Nielsen with the gloves is at leg gully.
Now it's going to go for 4 byes. All wides. It's going to be wides.
You know what we do need is a couple of balls on the helmet for a couple of fives, and then it would make the last couple very interesting.
Struck nicely into the gap. 4 more. Turning into a big over, this one.
Okay, so one. Well, let's take 4 off the deck. Just what if a boundary is scored off this last delivery? That gets it down to 23 off the last.
A couple bombs. Definitely going to be a couple sundries in there because the nerves will get to whoever's bowling this last over.
Yeah, good Bridge Patterson.
Smashed it.
Into the gap. That's 4. 29 runs from the 19th over. 8 for 209. 23 required off the last.
Righto. Bridget Patterson says, over to you, Brody. I did my bit. 6, 4, 4, 4, 4 to finish that over.
Good hitting.
Some of these shots. Just pivoting on the back foot. Someone else we knew, JB, used to just swivel on that back shoe and flick him off a length.
Well, Bluey used to actually push forward and access that part of the ground, which I could never work out.
With the front leg up.
Yep.
Connor Rosie. Right.
Whippy action. He'll get him through.
That's the right thing to do. Give Bridge Patterson the strike. Sodas.
Well, boys, I can tell you we've been tallying up all the donations. This is quite remarkable. Now, with still a few balls to go, perhaps another couple of 4s and 6s to add to this, I can confirm that South Australia, you have done an amazing job so far. We've raised $1,015,239, which is amazing. And there's another shot that has just gone up. I thought we were going to clear it, the boundary, which is great. 34,000 plus people here. So to everyone, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. It's been sensational.
Great stuff, Mark. It absolutely has been. Just a Twitter from a punter has raised $1 million for an incredibly important cause. Dropped at mid-off. They'll come back for a second.
No, that is special, guys, isn't it? Over $1 million from a couple of footy teams playing a game of cricket to help our great state. Shot.
Sounds crisp coming off the bat, doesn't it? 29 from 11 balls for Bridget Patterson. She's done her bit.
Well, a little bit just out of reach, perhaps, Blue, but, I mean, a stunning day. A lot of these guys would have spent a fair bit of time at some of the areas affected around South Australia. I know Alex Carey got married in the Adelaide Hills, Chad Sayers as well. So to see some of these places savaged by, you know, the unthinkable and the courage that goes into fighting these fires and preserving some of the areas that can be saved is just an amazing effort. For South Australia to turn up, $1 million is an enormous number. It is incredible. Wonderful day to be a part of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Final ball coming. Patterson's been a star. Pounds it to long off. And there's your game. Well played, Port Adelaide, too good. But Patterson especially put some interest in the run chase late.
Certainly did. So they get within 14 runs of Port Power. There's Darren Lehman shaking a few hands. Connor Rosie, will he get player of the match? Will it be Travis Boak? A couple of names. A couple of handy bowlers too for Port Power, but wait and see on who gets
very nice.
player of the match. But really, we've seen some good entertainment. It's been a great day, hasn't it? We've had some laughs, we've seen some good entertainment, but more importantly, we have raised over $1 million. Brilliant.
Tex Walker, what about the day? It couldn't have started any worse, and then late in the piece, he got it back. This is what we saw early, and it was just horrible. tried to reel that one in.
The dead fish followed through.
And then he got out there with a wand, and seriously, no clue.
He took his time, didn't he, Blue? But then he got going, and we had a bit of interest from the big fella. Cleared the boundary a couple of times. That was a monster. And then Tommy Jonas just absolutely went through it.
Yeah, got the cartwheel going, but look at him. He's had a great day, Tex. I saw him at the start of the game. He was a bit nervous. Played in a golf event a couple of weeks ago and performed very well there too, and he said he was very nervous before that too. So he's done a couple of things outside his comfort zone, but he's a good character.
There's the match summary, Boak. Very good. Travis Head we saw come in and pound it late. Rashid Khan really the only shining light for the Adelaide Crows with the ball, as he has been all summer. And then, well, a disappointing run chase, has to be said. Took Bridge late, Patterson, to really give him a look, but they never really were in it.
No, and Hartlett, well, he got 2 for 9, and he was just throwing them up. There was nothing on them, no pace. Got a couple of handy wickets. The big one of Alex Carey, who you thought might have got the Crows close to that total of 231, but you'd have to say the better team won on the day.
There is Trav Boak, and we can tell you that the tally, Bluey, as you just discussed, was
1,015,500,000, wasn't it? So during the game itself, 20 or 40 overs, and they raised another 500,000. So to get over that million mark is brilliant.
And 34,500 people turning up is also absolutely superb on a Sunday to the Adelaide Oval to watch predominantly footballers play cricket. Brilliant. Thanks, boys. Absolutely loved your company, of course, and everyone involved in the production. Well done to all the people that have helped put this to air, and you know, all the great sponsors that we've mentioned. To raise $1 million out of nowhere is a brilliant result. We're going to go. We're heading to Book Them Out, hosted by two greats of 7 here, John Riddell and Bruce Abernathy. Enjoy them heading to the Adelaide Hills and Kangaroo Island from Adelaide Oval. Bye for now.